What's going on, guys? Gravy. Gang, it's Past the Gravy, episode 499. Alex, Pat, and Robert back at it again. And we're recording this, we're obviously recording this now as you're hearing us record this, but we got a couple more days and we got episode 500. I was just telling you guys, this is the last one in the 400s. How about that?
Monumental.
I'm glad you let the pews go a little long today, Robert. Those last of the 400s. One day we'll look back. Remember in the 400s, those were some good pews they had.
Yeah,
I think he was just
we're stopping.
Yeah, he was enjoying my song. Maybe we turn over a new leaf. 500. Once you reach 500, you got to let childish things go. Maybe pew-pewing is one of them.
What if we should get rid of it for the 500th episode? Let's just. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, welcome to the podcast.
And today we're going to be talking like this. Maybe we'll change it. Who knows? One more reason
change
to come
the
out.
format. We become just a strictly golf and cricket podcast.
All new segments, just completely new segments.
Guess that ass.
It's just not always, people aren't always watching. Don't worry about it. You can guess it just by, we'll describe it to you.
First segment, what do you think this smells like? Just like, well, not only can we not see it, we definitely can't smell it.
One more reason to come out to our 500th episode live at Kobo's Q, 2012 Rusk Street in East Downtown Houston this Saturday. Starts at noon. We're going to go on about 1, have about an hour and a half of podcast, fuck around a little bit, and then we're going to hang out and drink and eat some of the best food in town with you guys. So hopefully we will see you guys out there at Kobo's Q on Saturday. Let's get into the Precome segment before the Comeback Kids segment. We normally just bring up our thoughts and questions and ideas. We will do that. But I thought, since it's the last of the 400s, why not have a little bit of a light reading to start us off with the podcast? I don't usually do this. We always encourage you, send us your questions, your thoughts in the answers segment, and we'll get to that at the end of the podcast. This is one I saw on Reddit, and I was like, I'm going to bring this up on the podcast because I just wanted to read this to you guys and get your opinion on it. All right, it's from the Am I the Asshole subreddit. I saw this last week. I want to say like Friday last week, and it's really been something that I've thought about every single day, just because of there's people that go and they type up a lot of stuff on Reddit, and it's like I always get like a nice little insight into people's lives, but then there's people that I'm like, you're a fucking real person in this life. And you think this dumb shit. So let's get into it. It's a Am I the Asshole? And if you're not aware of what that is, you basically give an example, like a story, and then the rest of Reddit on that subreddit will tell you, yes, you're the asshole, or no, you're in the right. So this is under the Am I an Asshole thread, and it says, am I an asshole for asking my wife to respect my title as a pilot? I need the opinions of the AV geeks and pilots on a matter involving my wife. I am completely serious and I need help. My wife and I, together for 5 years, married for 2, no kids, have an amazing, happy relationship. I can't recall a single time we've ever argued to a point of breakup or divorce. This issue, however, is causing me to reconsider the health of our relationship. Since my wife and I have been together, I have worked as a manager for a restaurant chain. I am an extremely passionate aviation enthusiast in my free time. I've spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks, sim gear, and even built my own A330 setup. I'm assuming that's a plane simulator thing. I have never actually flown a plane or started flight training, but I have considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept or possibly much more knowledgeable than the average pilot. That being said, here's where the problem arises. My wife and I were invited to one of her male coworkers' house for a barbecue. My wife is a senior software tech for a COVID startup. She's worked there since 2020. A lucky catch after she was laid off from her previous job due to the virus. It was my first time meeting many of her now close coworkers due to COVID and working from home. I had assumed she'd talked about me before, but as we were cycling through introductions, I became less sure. We make our way down the line to the host of the party, a new male hire that she has grown platonically close with. We exchange casual conversation, and Greg, the host, asked what I do for a living. My wife chimes in with, he manages an insert food chain, insert the food place that he works at, and it certainly comes with some benefits. I'm assuming she's referring to the free food. In a voice that implied nothing was wrong with that, she said. I've very quickly corrected her and told him that I am a pilot. My wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how much I'd rather be introduced by my hobby. I've earned the title of pilot through my 500 plus hours on and sim and thousands of dollars, or my hours on and sim and thousands of dollars put into my craft. I think it is incredibly disrespectful for her to not acknowledge my skills and training. Just because I don't have the title of pilot on an overpriced piece of paper doesn't mean I'm not a pilot. I laughed it off with Greg, told him under my breath that my wife was often forgetful, which I'm sure he's realized just from working with her. He seemed to brush it off casually. At this point, I'm fuming, but I don't go much further than exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. As we pack into the car to leave, the argument starts. She feels as if I don't deserve my title as pilot because I'm not professional. I told her she's completely insensitive to the work that I've done, and she will never understand what it's like to study so much. She currently is on the couch as I type this. Am I really the asshole for asking to be respected? End scene.
This guy obviously doesn't have any friends. Because can you imagine if your buddy who was just really into Flight Simulator, or like, just say you had a buddy that was really into Call of Duty, and dude, I've logged 800 hours. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier.
Right. I'm a Navy SEAL.
I haven't actually done it in real life, but it's what I'm passionate about, and I spent a lot of money on it. It's like, dude, you buy cosmetics on video games.
Right.
You're not a... This is one of those ones where, like, I want to believe it's fake, but I totally get that this is true.
Yeah. I just needed, like, that's one of those where I was like, I could just send it to everybody that I know in a text, but nobody's gonna, like, I don't want to send people homework. So I was like, I'll just read it on my podcast, because what the fuck, man?
I'm a toilet paper technician. I've been using it my whole life.
If you're training to be a pilot, like, never actually taken flight classes or like real flight training, but I've got like sims, like you're playing the video game. I'm a professional fucking heist guy. I've pulled off quite a few heists if you really think about me as a Grand Theft Auto character.
I'm a Norse Viking.
I'm one of the best criminals of all time. I'm a Super Bowl winning head coach.
World class
on Madden.
Oh yeah, I mean, I am a head coach. I'm a coach. I mean, the hours that I've put in college and pro over the years on that simulation, because it's what it is. It's a simulation.
But if I was at a party for my wife's coworker, I would absolutely not expect her to introduce me as like, oh, this is Alex, college football national champion winning coach. I mean, like, yeah, no, that's just a thing I do when I'm off of work. Like, bro, you're allowed to be.
This is like me dating a girl and getting mad at her for not introducing me as a ball player. Be like, I play the show every night. We argue about this all the time, but you don't think I'm a ball player?
You don't respect me.
This he's delusional and he sucks, but also he's kind of awesome.
No, I don't know if he's awesome. The fact that he's like, no, you should identify. I should be identified as a pilot. It's like, well, that's not your job, though. Like, you don't bring home money from being a pilot just because it doesn't say it on a fancy piece of paper. Because you also haven't flown a plane, which should make you not a pilot. Just give him the little fucking like pilot wings that they give you, like that they give kids, and just like, here you go, sport. Like, give him that.
The more I think about this guy might actually be my hero. He works in a restaurant. He's a manager. He is fucking rude as shit to his wife. I'm great at doing that to women. Cool. He's delusional, but he's still somehow married. This guy gives me hope. Maybe when she divorces him, she can marry me. It'll be like an easy transition, but I'll be better than this guy because I won't ask anyone to call me captain or special forces or anything like that. I'll just come home and play the video games.
Do you think he makes her call him captain? I bet he's like, babe, why do you have to call me by my regular name? Why do you have to call me by my regular name? It's captain.
This dude has not only does he own a captain's hat, you know he's definitely bought her a stewardess outfit to be like, babe, put this on. It's gonna be so
every
hot.
Halloween, he's like, babe, all right, how about this? How about this? She's like, not again. Not again. We're not going as this, Chris. We're not gonna go as a pilot and a stewardess again. All right. Every fucking Halloween, you do this.
Put this on and then walk into the bathroom and we'll say it's my cockpit. Yeah, that's the cockpit.
Clear for takeoff.
Yeah. grab the landing stick, babe. You're gonna have to take this one in on your own.
I feel like he's probably not having a lot of sex, I would imagine. He's probably just like, babe, I don't have time. I'm simulating. I'm on my flight simulator, all right? I'm flying over fucking Dagestan. This is dangerous airspace, babe. I don't have time for hands playing and shit like that. I don't know. I don't want a blowjob, babe.
To be that
fly
insecure.
This bad boy? You think I can fly this bad boy, huh? No. Not with you all over me. Relax, babe. Maybe when we land, we'll talk.
I've got a commercial airliner full of people that I'm responsible for right now.
These people's lives are in my hands. It's a video game. Their lives are in my hands. I'm a fucking pilot if you consider Grand Theft Auto. Like, I've flown so many fucking planes on Grand Theft Auto. I could be a fucking pro pilot then. I can't imagine hours of Grand Theft Auto I've played. Definitely 500.
When him and his wife go on vacation, 100% he books it somewhere far, just so it's like something nice that she would like. But really, he just wants it to be the longest plane flights possible, so that something can happen to the pilot, and they'll be like, "Is there a pilot?" And he'll be like, "This is my moment."
I bet he cowers down. He wouldn't really do it, but he also probably wants to have long flights. He always wants to have long flights so he can download the whatever like the air traffic controller app is, so he can like hear like what all like the air all the planes are saying near him. He's like, babe, we got a big jet coming in over here. Go look over here. There's a big jet coming on over here. All right, no, we're about 3. We got 3 next before we can take off. Like, yeah, we can see down the runway. No, just 3 more and then it's our turn to take off. We're almost there. He's like telling everybody around, like, who the fuck is this guy?
This guy seems like a 5-year-old. Like, you know how like 5 to 8-year-old kids, sometimes they just get like one weird subject that they're super involved. Like they know everything about trains or like model race cars, or like this guy, he just got it late in life and it's planes.
That's how kids are. They're like Rain Man at first. And like they're
not
just
though.
Like, no,
they
but
know
they just
3 facts about a subject you know nothing about. So it's like, this kid knows a lot, but it's really.
Did you know that spiders can do this? Did you know spiders make this many webs a day? I'm like, I didn't know that. You must know everything in the world about spiders. And then it's like, that kid's a spider kid. He knows about spiders. My niece knows so many fucking dinosaurs. She'll be like on FaceTime, she'll be like, and Alex, look at this one. And they got this one. And this is the Dilophosaurus. And this is this. And this is the Allosaurus. And when you play dinosaurs with it, you always have to be the fucking Allosaurus. And it sucks. The Allosaurus, not a great dinosaur. All right. He always gets killed. I'm just going to spoil it. I'm going to spoil niece playtime with you. The Allosaurus dies every time. And you're just like, but I already, no. Yeah. I'm like, well, my person's dead. Now what do I do?
No, that's what's
now you can play with the T-Rex in front of me for whatever. Okay.
No, that's what's fun about playing with kids, is then you just introduce rules that they get mad at. So like she takes down your Allosaurus, like, oh, clear. And you shock him back to life. You're like, oh, the paddles gave him superpowers. Now he can fly above your dinosaur. And then they get really mad at it. And they're like, no,
I don't like just making kids mad. They don't do that.
Oh, but it's so funny.
I mean, I'm not saying I won't do that eventually when I'm a parent, but like right now, I'm like, I can't do it yet.
Oh, no, it's so much better when you're not a parent, because you just get them mad and then you get to walk away from it and leave. And then their parents have to deal with it.
But he is just a big child that just got into planes. And like, this is his, like, nobody let him play with toy planes when he was a kid. And like, that's what he is. Like, remember when I got obsessed with OJ, Robert? Remember that? Like, I was just really into the OJ thing, but it was like, I never thought I was a trial lawyer. You know?
I don't know about that.
I wasn't like, well, look, like I could defend this case. It's like, I said some shit, but a lot of it was to get like a reaction. And then also, like, I never claimed to be like, Emma, I need you to introduce me as a defense attorney.
Alex has spent over 1,000 hours arguing directly with Nancy Grace. If you're not a trial attorney, then I don't know what is.
I could be, but I'm not.
Like, as far as I'm concerned, the best lawyers in all of Texas, it goes the Texas Hammer, Then we got Rusty Harden, and then you're right there. And then my sister. But
Yeah,
she never argued against
that's
Nancy
fair.
Grace, so I can't put her in the top 3 yet.
Well, the Gravy Gang, because they're also our attorneys, attorney-client privilege. That's why they can't tell you about.
I don't think we just have a lot of them. We went quantity, not quality. I'm not saying that any of our lawyers.
Let's say we just sling a huge firm at you. We're like, we don't even need to go to trial with them. They have 1 million lawyers. They got a big firm. What is it? Gravy, and gravy. Shit, yeah, you don't want to go after those guys.
That could be my stripper name too. Big Firm.
We need to make that a shirt. We'll get to shirts in a little bit. Maybe not with this people we make shirts with, but gravy, attorneys at law. We specialize in bird law only, though. But that covers planes.
Air law.
I do like it when a pilot refers to like a plane as a bird. Like when you hear them like, yeah, we got to get that bird up in the air. You're like, fuck yeah. I'm pretty sure that was also like Top Gun. Made me think that too, but still.
Next time I go on a flight, I'm gonna be like, do you guys still have like the little like wings that you pin on little kids? And if so, can I have them?
And they'll be like, no, adult man, please leave us alone and go find your seat.
I mean, if you don't understand why I want this, then you just don't have enough fun in life.
Yeah, this should just like that should just come with the seat. Like it should be here you go.
Most people won't want it, but you know what? A drunk 32-year-old, sometimes you do. And I would very much
get
like
real rowdy on this flight, or you could just give me my pilot wings.
Yeah.
And
I just want to get really
chill.
drunk after, like when we land, where we're going, drunk in a bar somewhere, and just keep pointing to it and looking at people in the bar like, I'm pilot. I'm pilot.
Yeah, so that guy is in the wrong. We can all agree, correct? He is the asshole on this situation.
He's psycho.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of like calling planes birds and stuff, I heard somebody, I believe it was a rap song I was listening to. They were referring to money in G's. Does G's sound cooler than K? Like if you were like, yo, I got 50K, or like, yo, I got 50 G's on that. Like, which sounds cooler? Because I think G's definitely sounds cooler.
Yeah, G sounds cooler. That's why I use K, just because I don't think I'm cool enough to pull off 50 G's. I can say 50K.
G's, 50K.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's cool. That sounds more professional too, I guess. You're like, how much do you make? And it's like so-and-so, whatever K. I just make that. I just make like,
yeah, that would be like also
hundo.
Like salary. If someone was like, I make 50K a year, or someone's like, I make 50 G's a year, I'd be like, shut up with your G's, you fucking loser. I make 100 G's a year. I mean,
10, yo, I got 10
so
G's.
hard.
10 like G's just sounds like you're trying harder, but that for some reason it sounds cooler. When it's somebody that's not me saying it, it sounds cooler. If I say it, it doesn't sound cool.
Like just saying it about regular stuff. Yes, when it comes to salary, that's when saying G's makes you sound stupid. Like you're trying really hard to make it sound like you're balling.
But what is the coolest like slogan or slang word for money?
Quiche, Skrilla.
I like Skrilla a lot.
Yeah, it's fun to say, but I can't say that. Hold on, let me get this Skrilla out real quick.
I liked like when you call them bones. I got 50 bones. I got 50 bones on this Knicks game tonight.
Me and my buddies use G.W.O.P from time to time. I don't know how that one started. G.W.O.P. It's a lot of G.W.O.P, dude.
Paper, get that paper. Get that paper,
yeah.
get that bread. De Niro is always cool. That Offspring song is probably the only reason I like think of it. She wants more De Niro just to stay at home.
Well, they say De Niro.
That's like Spanish for money, right?
Yeah, De Niro is an actor.
Is it money in Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stick with G.W.O.P. I hadn't said it in forever, and as I said it just made me smile. I like
G.W.O.P is cool. I like also like when you like Benjamins or Benjis. When you shorten Benjamins, which is making hundreds of dollars longer, and then you call Benjamins Benjis because it seems like you talk about having hundreds of dollars all the time. That sounds cool.
Way cooler than that. This is the coolest one of all of it. Calling $100 bill a C note.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, the C note that's the coolest one.
The C note.
Like it only applies to the $100 bill. But C note is a fucking good one.
It's the Roman numeral.
I always just assumed the C stood for century, 100. C note. I never actually looked at why. I just remember watching Recess, which was a great show. And TJ, and at one point it said a C note, and I was like, "What is that?" And then he held up like $100 bill. I was like, "That's called a C note. That's fucking cool."
Okay, look at these. Look at these. So this is 100 slang words for money and how they were coined. Let's go with bean. Never heard that. An archaic term for dollar, commonly not very used anymore. Benjamins, then Benjis. Bones can be used in exchange for dollars. Boodle, a term for shady cash, like counterfeit, stolen, or bribe money.
The whole kit and caboodle.
C note, C equals 100 in the Roman numeral system and stands for
Good
the
for
Latin
you.
word centum, which means 100.
So century comes from that. So, you were more correct, but I was also correct.
Dough and cake. Get that
dough and cake. Well, see, cake means something different now.
Cake is ass now, right?
Yeah, cake is ass, dude.
Celery. I've never heard that.
Neither have I. That's made up.
Like
That's
cabbage and lettuce.
Cabbage, I've
Chalupa.
heard. No, nobody. No, it's not.
This
chalupa.
mostly means a deliciously spicy Mexican taco, but is also slang for money. Cheddar. Ooh, cheddar is dope.
We forgot about cheddar.
Give me that cheddar, bro.
But
I don't think I've ever been like, yo, Pat, I'm coming at you with that cheddar. I always send Fantasy Skrilla on Venmo. Like I always will send Fantasy Skrilla.
I was gonna say you still owe me that cheddar for fantasy, dog.
So I'm gonna say Skrilla is the coolest one to like refer to money
to
as,
say.
Right?
I think it's the most fun. I think C note is the coolest though. It just sounds good, dude. Just
it only means a specific one.
Yeah, but it is cooler than the others.
What's another one? Betty? Hold on.
Is that what Fetty Wap's name is?
A gross mispronunciation of the Spanish word feria, which in Mexico is used to mean coins, but maybe the term also is a result of the confetti-like image of money pouring from the sky when someone makes it rain.
That could
Fetty. Yo, bro, I want to make that Fetty today. We're betting the Rangers. We're making that Fetty. I like that.
This feels like the whitest thing we've ever done, and that's saying a lot. And I love it.
Frog skin. It's an archaic term for dollar bills, perhaps related to the term greenback.
I was gonna say maybe for French dollar bills.
20 frog skins on it.
Fucking frogs.
Gouda. Gouda.
Any kind of cheese, really.
G.W.O.P. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
G.W.O.P, G.W.O.P, the slang term for money, is actually an acronym for George Washington on paper, referring to the first U.S. president who appears on the $1 bill.
Oh, well, we've always spelled it G.U.A.P, though, so we don't even do it right.
That's the Spanish slang. That's how we say it in the South.
Trying to make these pesos, dog. Give me that guap.
Give me that guap.
Trying to spend this guap on some guac, dude.
Large, similar to grand. This is a reference to $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, saying like you got like 10 large on it. Loot, give me the loot. Moolah. Fuck, how did we not think about moolah? Moolah is the best one, right? Moolah is the best.
I mean, if you hire Frankie Ocho, he specifically only takes moolah.
Yeah, you owe me a little moolah. Now, if you had been paying this jet out to the boys, we wouldn't have had to make a visit here. But unfortunately, now we're going to have a very difficult discussion for you and yours.
You don't come up with it. That's 8 points a week that he's adding on top.
8 points a week. You want that? I don't think so. Hand over the moolah now, or we're going to have to be back. Rack, that's 1,000 in cash or more. Salad, sawbuck, scratch, shekels, simoleon. That's simoleon. That's Sims, right? No, it's attached, associated with old-timey American gangsters. All right, Skrilla, the origin of this term to mean money or cash is also unknown. Damn it, I thought we were about to learn. But it was used in rap music starting in the 1990s.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's just like it is what it is. Like rap and just black people in general, they come up with cool phrases for shit, and then us white people learn about it and we run it into the ground really quick. So we just move on, and nobody cares about where it came from because it's dead by the time we touch it.
Yeah, astute observation.
Yeah,
astute observation.
Which is why we actually all these words sound stupid coming from us.
I'm gonna say moolah though. I'm gonna go back to moolah or Skrilla as the coolest ways to refer to money.
They're all just super fun to say
They
too. So
are.
any of them.
Just change it up. Robert, what is your favorite? Do you have a particular favorite?
Not really. I'm pretty boring. I would just go cash.
Yeah, give me
Classic.
the cash.
Yeah.
Cash
Where's
money.
them Washingtons?
The G.W.O.Ps.
Oh, let me see them dead presidents. Dead presidents is another cool one that us white people just can't do.
Guap ass pussy. Maybe they should have made a song called Guap. I don't know. Just a thought.
I think that would be a hooker then.
Yeah. Or George Washington, like a speaking George Washington at like a convention or something like that. Like a cosplay George Washington on paper.
Or you fold a dollar bill to look like a vagina. That'd be some guap ass pussy.
Guap, baby. I feel like we all learned a lot and also nothing at the same time with that.
So the usual.
Yeah, just about
Yeah, love
average.
it.
Last thing I had was I know you can like pay for Instagram followers, but I think there's people that also pay for Instagram comments, because I've noticed like there's a couple of people that I follow, and I don't want to like name them, but like they are out of nowhere, like they've become influencers and like started like just pushing product. I'm like, you had like, and I have no problem with people that are pushing product or influencers. We fucking have sponsors on this show or anything, but it's like this girl all of a sudden like became like a singer. She was like, I'm putting out an album, and I was like, I didn't know she sang at all. Not that I'm close with her or anything, but she puts out an album and she's like, OMG, had such a great opening night. And like all of her posts have like no comments on them, or like 2-3 comments. And then when she puts out the album or announces she's putting out the album, all of a sudden she starts having like 10 comments and then 20 comments. And like the other day I was looking, there were like 80 something comments. And she was like, what is your, like, what did you like the most about the album? What was your favorite thing I did in the album? And then like everybody was just like, well, this is wonderful, amazing. And it had like all the comments said the same like 6 things, like amazing, incredible, wonderful, would love to collab. And like the love to collab ones, like when we post stuff, there's just like people that follow hashtags, so they just like troll that. But like you don't get 80 of those, right? And like all of them would just be like, amazing, this is wonderful, incredible, I love this.
It definitely sounds like she got a bot farm.
But it's not like stuff that like your friends would say. Although like in anything Pastor Gary posts for the next week, I would love it if you guys would just be like, amazing, wonderful, I love this.
How much does a bot farm cost? Like, what if we just bought like a week's worth of shit and just see how much?
See if we can just go up to the moon. But then you have to come back down. You have to keep paying it, or else like there's like a huge dip, and then you can't ever look at your numbers the same way.
Well, I'm just saying, if we go in with that knowledge, knowing that it was bullshit, like not a lot, but just by a couple hundred for a week.
I don't think
it'd be a real shame.
I think if I've seen that there's like $20 for maybe like 5,000 or so, and there's different tiers. There's different tiers.
That's it.
You just get the follows. You get the follows that interact. You get followers that interact even more.
So you've looked into this for your podcast?
No, but maybe some other accounts.
No, I've definitely seen people that like have like I've looked into like how people do it, because I've seen people like whip that those are bot followers. Twitter was purging bot followers, and I was like, how do they know that they're bot followers? Like BOUGHT, not bots. Yeah. But like I like looked into it, and it was like there's like some website. Yeah, you can just put your credit card info, put your handle, and then it'll like send you stuff. But then I've also like seen like they showed like how to tell if they're bot profiles, where it's just like the egg on Twitter, and it's like they just created an account recently, or like they follow 1 million people and have nobody that follows them. Like there's a lot of ways to tell, but like, yeah, I guess you can just do that and be like, yeah, you have to interact with it, which seems exhausting. They must just go like having a notes app, copy paste to all of the accounts. It's like, here's your checklist of the accounts you have to comment to.
That'd be funny though, but if we did it, but then like all the bot commenters, we were just like, you're a fucking bot, get out of here. Like we paid for them and then shit talk them for showing up.
And then we need to have engagement with them. Definitely don't go like to our YouTube channel though, and like on this week's podcast be like, this is amazing, incredible, I love this. Definitely don't do that and help us get our YouTube following. Somebody should
best cooking show I've ever watched.
Somebody should definitely go and subscribe to it, though. I think Todd Voss, I want to say, former MVP award winner at the Gravies, he suggested we do some sort of giveaway for our 500th subscriber. And I don't know what we're at right now, but I think we're a little ways away from that. I'm really ashamed that we're only at 500 on YouTube. I mean, we really fairly recently started promoting YouTube in the grand scheme of things, but like fucking go subscribe to us if you're not, all right?
Come on,
Go
guys.
subscribe to us and then comment on it and say, this is amazing. And then maybe we'll do a giveaway when we get closer to 500. All right, guys.
We
hit
are
500 at the 500th episode.
105 away.
105. Damn it. If we hit 500 at the 500th episode, then I'll pick whoever the 500th follower is.
Sorry, I was clicking on our last video to comment. This is amazing. Oh, hey, the only other comment we have on that one is past the, and then it's a shit emoji with exclamation points.
Oh, we still have the
Thanks, Harry Stewart.
The KR guy and his people. We have the resistance. They're fighting with us. The freedom fighters, allegedly.
Who's fighting with us?
Remember, we got in a little bit of a fight with a certain sponsor of ours that we obviously back. Some people were mad at our boys at Southern Star, and I think they've commented because I've seen some of the other comments on the YouTube videos, and it's like, yeah, all right, nothing that we talked about at all had anything to do with that.
Actually, I just want to start going into those and just be like, thanks for the support.
Thanks for listening.
Every comment helps. Thanks.
Those people don't realize that. But we'll talk about some stuff like that coming up in a little bit. What did you guys have for the Precome segment?
I just found out
fucking wrote one down
that Twitter Blue subscribers can now tweet out tweets that have 4,000 characters.
Ew.
And that just seems like way too many characters.
Yeah.
That's an essay.
Yeah.
That's a full, like, long essay.
Yeah, I think
that's
the limit's been 280.
We called that Facebook. Or threads. We don't need a single, like, I don't understand that. Like, the beauty of Twitter is like, oh, this went a little long. This is a thread now. Very simple. Very simple. I want to add on to it. Done. We don't need to, like, that's a blog. Post a blog then. Make your own blog. We don't need that. Although I do remember being like 280, that's crazy. But like going from 280 to 4,000 is insane because we went from like 140 to 280, and it was like, oh, that's a lot. But now like to 4,000, like, all right, that's a lot.
I mean, it's literally an essay.
We just have to unfollow those.
But here's the thing. But anybody that writes 4,000, there's not going to be correct punctuation. There's not going to be indentation, paragraphs, all of that shit. It's going to be one long run-on sentence for 4,000 words. Just, yeah, you're right. Just make it a link to what you're trying to say. Because I'm not going to read. If I hit see more, because like sometimes it only shows like a little bit of it, and then you have to expand it to see the whole, and the fucking page just disappears because of your thing, I might block you just out of sheer anger.
Although a fun thing to do on anybody that posts 4,000 characters on a tweet is just like comment and say bot. And then they'll like have to like give you another 4,000 word tweet to prove that they're not a bot. Because anybody that doesn't fuck it up when they tweet that many words or characters has obviously got to be a robot, right?
I mean, not necessarily, but we can gaslight that. That's what we should do. You gaslight.
That's what we're doing, Pat.
Like, I saw this exact same thing posted earlier today. Get out of here, bot, Russian bot. Just say. I saw
it posted on 17 different accounts. This isn't an original thought.
Have you seen those? People are starting to remember when out of nowhere everyone was getting like 36,000 retweets and shit because they were putting that like Twitter link. You know what I'm talking about at the end of the tweets? Did you see that came back this week?
They did not.
Yeah, I saw like 6 of them yesterday. Of just like out of nowhere, I'm like, why am I even seeing this fucking tweet? It doesn't say promoted or anything, but it's just like under the you might be interested in because there's so much engagement, and it's just that weird little. It's the Twitter Spaces link.
Yeah.
So people just post that, and then I don't know, bots from all over the world just see it and boost your shit, and I just refuse to do it.
You should have done it to help you follow him, bro.
Well, I mean, I'm sure we can just find the link.
Let's do it from PTG and get that. But hey,
you know what I should do? I'll do that and be like, follow me, I follow back, and just not do it because I don't.
Right. You don't follow back.
A lot of the time I do. It's just like if I happen to see it when it happens. Because if I don't pull it up and it's 4 hours later and I have a bunch of notifications, I really don't read all of them. So I'll just miss people that followed me. And sometimes I just don't want to follow.
Yeah.
Like my timeline's already fucking clogged.
But basically, yeah, like if somebody follows me on any like on Twitter or IG usually now, and like I look and it's like Becca _.642872._7 Sven. I'm like, yeah, just block. And any accounts they may create. That's just, this isn't real. But yeah, block those bitches. And then also if anybody tweets 4,000 words, just tell them like they're a bot and we're gaslighting. We're gaslighting, boys. That's what we're doing.
Call them a Russian bot. That one always plays.
Russian bot. I love that.
Yeah. So I figured out where I want my first tattoo. I think it would be a good idea right here, like on my wrist thumb, where like I'll always see it. And it's just gonna say, write it down. Because so often, whether it be a little thought for this show or anything, or just in life, I always have a pen on me. I always have my fucking notebook, and I'm doing something, and I'll think of it, and I'll be like, oh, I should write it down. And then I just don't fucking do it because I'll like finish what I'm doing, and then I completely forget it because I've got a dumb brain that just doesn't remember things. If I get the tattoo, write it down right there. At the very least, what I'll do is I'll take my pen and I'll write it on my hand. I just need that constant reminder to just be like, hey, stupid, just write it down.
Yeah, like y'all don't see right here, and like I would pull my computer up, but it's all connected to a bunch of other shit right now. Like I have Post-it notes all over, like around me right here, and it's so if Pat says something, I can mark a time, or I have my notes on my computer up, and it's like I'll just type a time because I have a timer right here, and it's like little things like that. And then like all week long, I have that Google Doc of the pod that I send you guys, and it's pretty much like, when this one's over, I have the one for next week going already. And it's like, I share it now so we can just like throw it on there, but it's like, it is easy to just forget. And like, I have, where I put my bets on like these little notepads and then I throw it out and it's done. But I just have like random scribbled words that are just like, remember to do this, call this. Like we're doing the 500th episode coming up. And like, I was working on like a promo and I like was trying to type, like to write out the wording. And I was like, ooh, that's a good wording for it. And I wrote that out while I was watching the Pro Bowl the other day. It was just like, well, this has been sitting right there. And Emma was like, what does that mean? I was like, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Going forward. Like, my notes app is really just chaos.
Hand tattoo.
My note. Yeah, you should get one though. Just write it down. I like that. You should get a hand tattoo.
I don't think it's really going to affect anything for me in future prospects, but I just also feel like I don't fucking want a hand tattoo. It's so dumb. But that would be the reason to get it because it's so dumb.
Dude, let's go get tattoos after the pod on Saturday. Let's go get PTG tattoos. That'll be what we do. All right. Done. Oh, but this is the logo. Just put this on me. Done.
Put it on me.
The PTG logo. We gotta find a place near Ito and we'll go. Robert, you're in. Robert wants a brand, probably. He's more of a brand guy. Would you get a branding on you? Just a PTG?
Yeah, we'll get like a dollar sign or something.
A Skrilla sign.
Yeah.
Oh, you just get the right Skrilla, but the S is $1.
Oh no, you get like the mama tattoo with the heart, but yours it just says Bo.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You get a little. Ooh, you could do the new guy. You get the spider right here for the prison gang where they all had those spiders on their hand from the new guy. Yeah, but we just tell people
I saw a guy with like just right here. He had the webbing on there, and then he had it on the back of his elbows. I was like, this guy really likes Spider-Man.
Big fan. He's a big Marvel guy, not so big into DC.
I didn't like address it. Like I didn't bring it up to him.
Yeah, good call.
He was just
smart
out. He was just out. But I was like, I always think it's interesting when like you see the balls on some people like, what is that? What you got right there? What does that mean on your arm? It's like, you don't know them.
Also, a lot of people when they have a bunch of tattoos, you're like, what's that one mean? They're like, I don't know. I was near a tattoo shop and I was like, fucking add something in this blank space.
Yeah, our buddy Craig Lavati has been on the podcast a couple of times. He's just got a million tattoos, and he's like, I don't know, I was at a Denny's and I wanted to get bacon and eggs tattooed on me. Like, all right.
I respect the hell out of
Hey,
that.
I wanted to get, Halloween tattoos. He had something spooky on him, but it was cool. And so I was like, that's a cool tattoo. I'm like I don't have enough work on me. It could be cool. It could be weird if I just had a random run here, but I do want the PTG logo right there. That'd be sick.
Wait, just below your elbow on the inside of the arm?
Yeah.
That's a weird ass spot to have a random tattoo.
Yeah.
Like if you said forearm, yeah, but you're going to the top of the forearm just below the elbow. That's a
because then you could build it down. We could build ourselves a fucking sleeve, bro.
You could build a sleeve from any point on your arm. You
start right there. It's a good starting point.
Arm.
It's a good starting point.
It feels like that's gonna be a painful spot to start.
Yeah, but would I want on the wrist? The wrist seems awful.
I don't know.
I got one on the top of my foot, and it was pretty bad.
Butt tat always plays, but like I spend a lot of time on my butt, so I don't want to sit on that right now.
It's not as bad as you'd think. It's a lot of meat. It's like when it's like bony or like.
You would think. I don't have a lot of meat on my ass, man. I got a pretty flat ass.
I just remember it was nowhere near it was pretty painful with the top of my foot, and it was also in red ink. They got the Detroit Red Wings logo, and so like as they're wiping that, I like they're just kind of clean it as they're doing it. It's like blood, but I'm like, it just looked like ink.
Trying to think of where would be a good spot for me for my first tattoo. Tramp stamp, definitely.
Right on your neck.
PTG right across the Adam's apple.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's probably the play.
All right, so we're all getting PTG tattoos on Saturday. So
or we could all go with the teardrop, and each of us just gets like I get P, you get T, Robert gets G,
and then we'll be linked together forever.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Every time someone's like, what's it mean? And we just call the other guys, we smush our faces together. Be so hot.
Yeah. You should get like all of like right here on your hand, like the bottom side of your hand. So you can do not the Carlos Correa, what's his face?
Jeremy Pena.
Jeremy Pena, the Jeremy Pena heart thing, but you and Robert can just have it like it's like yellow or orange, like just get it like Astros colors, get a navy thing right there, and y'all can just always be like, look, bro, remember Jeremy Pena? He invented that.
It's true, he did
invent that. 100% of the time you tell people that, they will correct you on it. That's a fun little bit I've been doing ever since the Astros have won. Like when they're like, oh, is that like, yeah, he invented that. Like, no, he didn't. He did.
I dare you to find me one picture online of girls doing that in front of a sunset. I dare you. You can't because he invented it.
Facts. And if it's doctored, it's a doctored image. It's Photoshop.
Yeah.
I have the documents to show where he put a trademark on it.
Me and Alex Jones, we have the documents.
Did you have anything else for us today?
I already brought it up. Talking about the Twitter thing. I think Pat went on
anything else. I said anything else. That's what I meant. No. So we're done.
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Did you see it?
No, but it's not out yet. And I know who I'm talking to, so I shouldn't even really bring it up. But you guys don't go see movies in the theaters.
I will read the book probably.
Yeah.
Not really, but I want to. I love Ray Liotta. And this has always been a favorite story of mine.
What's, I guess, really interesting to me is that it could become like the most profitable movie ever in terms of budget to profit.
It very well could, because I think a lot of people are excited because everybody has heard this urban story, or it's not an urban legend. It happened. Obviously, it didn't happen like this. They just found the bear dead next to the cocaine when he ate it. But they fucking made a movie out of this, put Ray Liotta in it, and it's going to be a bear on cocaine attacking people. That seems like good fun. I actually might go see this one. It won't be until probably next week because I won't have time, but that sounds like a fun ass movie.
24th.
You made it sound like it was coming out this weekend.
This will definitely be one of those where I'm on Netflix at some point in the future, in months from now, and I'm like, oh, Cocaine Bear? Fuck it. I got an hour and a half. Like that's the kind of watch Cocaine Bear is to me, where it's like, I'm not dying to go see it, But when it starts like being thrown out on a streaming thing, I may even rent it. I may even do the rental thing if it's available. Like when I start seeing like the Apple TV, like, oh, this is a newly released movie, people are watching it. I'm like, all
Yeah,
right.
to me, this movie,
$6
it doesn't seem like people want to go see it, but like it's a spectacle.
yeah.
Like they want to
It's like
see
Sharknado almost.
Yeah, and like what was it? Minions. Kids were
Yeah.
going out in suits. I don't think they actually
Mhm.
wanted to see the movie, but they were just like
Gentle Minions.
made it a thing.
I
So
mean,
like is the thing to just get coked up and go see it, coked up and dressed up as a bear and go see the movie?
I think so.
this feels like, yeah, when you were saying that, I'm like, I'll probably watch this drunk on my buddy's couch. But like, what if it's so successful and they make a sequel? We got Meth Moose.
Well,
How
there
cool
was
would
not
that
a
be?
sequel, was there?
No, but like, if it's successful, it doesn't mean you can't make one. Like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah, they just go
a
off the rails with
bear
it.
on cocaine, that's scary. What's scarier than that? A moose on meth? Moose
Yeah, it's
are
like-
the most terrifying creatures on this fucking planet.
It's like Speed, where they're like, all right, so if you can't go over a certain speed and you can't go below a certain speed on this bus, that was a good run. What if we put them on a cruise ship? Same thing. All right, done. Like, so if the boat goes below a certain speed, it blows up. Yep. All right, just a bigger version of the first one. Exactly, we're doing that.
Well, they did make a Speed too.
No, I'm saying but it was with a boat. I saw it. I was really into Speed as a kid.
Oh,
Not
that was
Speed,
I
Speed,
thought,
but the
I thought you
movies.
just
I was
making
really
it up.
into those movies. When I
I
go to
never
my
saw the
grandma's
Speed
house,
two.
she had both of them on VHS, and like she had like this place up in the country we'd go to sometimes when we come in for the summer, and it was like we'd watch that.
Wait, if it was a boat, couldn't you just jump out of it into the water?
What if you were already in the water when you found out?
What do you mean?
Like you were already ship set sail. You're in the middle of the ocean, bro.
You just bring police boats up next to it and you have people jump off.
Yeah, well, what if they could detonate the boat when they found out you called the police, dude? You obviously haven't seen the film. It's an incredible film.
That's very
Which
true.
actually is why I kind of want a Cocaine Bear sequel now. So yeah, I went from being against
Meth
it to being
Moose.
like, Speed 2, not a great movie, but I'll watch it again. Actually, I kind of want to go watch it now.
But think about it, Meth Moose, that'd be set in Canada too. That's just hilarious. People like trying to stop the moose and they're just hitting slap shots at it. You get Mounties in the movie somewhere. Who doesn't love seeing a
Mounties would be
Canadian
tight.
Mountie?
That would be tight. I wouldn't hate that.
They're such a cute country up there.
It's a great idea. Great idea. All right. That was a pretty solid pre-com segment, I'd say.
Mhm.
Moving on. Let's tell you guys about the comeback kids of the week. Brought to you by, not like we've talked about already or anything, but it's brought to you by our 500th episode, Pass Gravy, episode number 500, live at Kobo's Q this Saturday. If you're listening to this episode after it comes out, it is this coming Saturday. We're recording on the 8th. It is Saturday, February 11th at Kobo's Q, 2012 Rusk Street in downtown Houston. This Saturday, it's going to start at noon. They open at 11. You can get there early if you'd like. The whole event starts at noon. We're going to go on around 1, about an hour and a half. And then we're going to hang out with you guys. Then we're going to get tattoos. So like, that's a nice little Saturday. We got all planned out there. Pat and I can put some bets on, bet on some college basketball games, have Kobo throw those on there. We can watch those after we get off podcasting. We'll get to hang out with you guys. We're really excited to see all y'all. It'll be the first time we got to see many of you guys since the Spooktacular. And then we'll get to see you guys in another month at Southern Star, hopefully, for the Darling Like a Marlin 3-beer release. But yeah, our 500th episode, pretty insane stuff that we've gone through 500 of these and people still listen to it. If you ask me, like I'm pretty impressed each week that people still like listen to this, honestly. Or watch this. You watch our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@PassGreatPodcast. But yeah, our 500th episode this Saturday, February 11th at Kobo's Q. That's in East Downtown, 2012 Rusk Street in Houston. And yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a great little time. Bring your friends. The kids can come too. I mean, if you listen to us, that is what we're gonna sound like. We're gonna talk like we talk now at Kobo's. Probably a little bit laid back. I don't know. Sometimes not. But we're gonna be having a good time. And come hang with us. Watch the podcast. Be a part of the podcast. We're gonna do live answers. And it's like I kind of brought it up to the boys beforehand, but we're going to record this the Saturday before the Super Bowl, the day before the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is over by the time we'll release the episode next Monday, the 13th, what do we do after Super Bowl's over, guys? What season is it? What season?
Broccoli season.
No, it's mock draft season.
Oh,
and we're gonna
see,
do
I was
our
close.
first mock draft of the season at Kobo's. We're not gonna tell you what we're doing a mock draft of already. I already told the boys though, but I'm excited to do that. And then we can kind of get live reactions on like yay or nay. Is this good or is this bad? And then we can also make the audience pick the draft order. How about that? Let's do that.
I like that. I like that idea.
All right. Just a popularity contest. So, all right, that'll be how we do
I mean, then I'll win.
Yeah, so Pat gets to pick first, probably. All right, our mock draft is going to kick off then. Episode 500 going down Saturday, February 11th at Kobo's Q 2012 Rusk Street in Houston. Hope to see you guys and gals there. Bring all your friends. Share the post we've been doing about it with everybody. That really help us out. But I can't wait to see all you guys out there. Y'all are fucking awesome. And Pass Gravy episode 500 going down this Saturday at Kobo's Q 2012 Rusk Street in downtown. Starts at noon. We're going on about 1. See you there. It's the comeback kid. The comeback kid of the week. The comeback kid of the week. Bitch. Whoa, that was a wild version of that song.
Yeah, I was like, is my shit lagging or is this actually happening?
Did you hear it on your end, Rob?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I guess you can't hear it when you play it.
Mm-mm.
It was like lagging and then it
down
sped
in the
up.
middle, and then ba-dum-da-dum-dum.
It's pretty sick though. All right.
Remix.
First comeback kid this week is balloons, because balloons
Hi, George.
are back in a very big way. Fuck, man. Spy balloons. How wild was that? What a weird 24 hours that was. Or 48 hours or however long that was. I was late to the party, I feel like, but they're like, there's a balloon. And I was like, all right. And then they were like, they're talking about shooting the balloon. And I was like, just fucking shoot it down. Shoot an arrow at it, man. Like, what's it gonna do? And they're like, well, it could fall on things. And I was like, it's a balloon.
Where is
It
it?
could hurt
Montana. Fucking shoot it. It's not gonna fall.
What's that?
on
What
anyone in
else is
Montana.
there?
Worst case scenario, they're like, it's as big as 3 school buses. All right, you might take out a fence. Fix the fence.
It's a balloon. What's it got? Like a fucking, like that parachute we had in gym. That's gonna fall on us. Oh no.
You call John Dutton. He's gonna fucking take this out the next half hour. Yellowstone. He's a fictional character.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Look on my face. I'm glad that you were able to see that.
You're like, excuse me, huh?
Don't know if this is another reference to somebody we went to high school with that I don't know, but
I never got a super like detailed picture of it, but was it a satellite that was hanging from a balloon? That's what it kind of looked like to me.
yeah, I don't know. It looked like a hot air balloon to me. Like just like a white balloon floating up there. But also like what kind of, like they said, so it was from China. It was a China spy balloon.
China.
But like how poor is China that they can't just fucking use a drone? Like is China, like should China be worried that maybe the economy is trash and like they can only send balloons over? Like,
Dude,
what are they gonna have to start training pigeons next?
Here's the thing. We didn't detect it until it got into our airspace. So like it's obviously at least decently effective. I mean, why I don't understand why they're sending the balloons when they have TikTok. Like you've already got everything.
Yeah. But like just drones, right? Make a drone cloud. That's what I would make.
I mean, it's just a balloon with like some metal shit hanging off of it.
It's a verbal trademark, by the way. I'd like to sell that to the Pentagon. If anybody's interested in a drone.
Whoa,
cloud.
dude.
Looks like a cloud, but it's a drone.
It was 200 feet tall. May have had explosives. Okay, New York Post, take it easy.
It may have had explosives. Didn't they get it? They would have known if it had explosives, right?
Well, they shot it with a missile, but they just took the explosives out of our missile, so it literally just like fucking went through the balloon and it just fell.
So why not just use a fucking arrow?
I mean, it was pretty high.
Fly a plane up there. Pew.
Well,
helicopter. I don't fucking know, dude. I'm not a scientist. But I feel like there's easier ways to do this, you know?
Well, they didn't know if it had a weapon system. I don't know. Yeah, the easiest way was just fire one of the 17 billion missiles that we have at it. And we did it. And we got it.
Weird time. What a weird time, dude.
And then, so I visited my parents this weekend. My mom was like, did you see the SNL open on it? It's so funny. Guess whether or not you think it was funny.
You don't seem to think it was funny.
It was not. They just took the one Asian guy on the show. We're like, hey, we're going to dress you up as a balloon. That's the whole fucking skit. Go with it.
I'll have to check it out. I saw the Mario Kart skit. That was pretty funny.
You really don't have to check it out. We just made fun of my mother for 8 minutes while the skit was going on.
There's nothing worse than when you try and show somebody something that you think is like hilarious and they're just like, this is stupid.
I got so mad at work the other day. So we were doing fish and chips. Somebody had to run to the store to grab 2 heads of cabbage. They could bring it back. I pick them up and I go, stuff them under my apron, cabbage tits. And I start walking around the restaurant, laugh. This one waitress, she just looks, goes, and turns around. I was like, no.
That was comedy right there.
That was funny. Everybody else
That was
laughed.
comedy.
Why you can't not laugh at my cabbage titties.
Yeah. No, that's hilarious.
That was brutal.
Dude.
Yeah, it was fucking
cabbage.
Everybody laughed.
Funny, always.
Cabbage tits.
Cabbage tits.
But yeah, balloons.
Robert, would you have laughed at cabbage tits? I don't know. Robert always seems like he's like the wet blanket when you're like, Robert, check out this video. So I just like don't send Robert videos anymore because I feel like he's not going to think they're funny.
He may not laugh, but I would have at least gotten that smile out of him.
You would have got a courtesy laugh.
Just
I would have.
like, you wouldn't have meant it.
I mean, I meant it.
But no, I would have turned around with gigantic, big old hard titties, and you would have laughed a little. You would have like, I would have at least got the smile. Stone face from her. Nothing. She just doesn't find me funny at all. I get everyone else at work laughing. She doesn't laugh at all at any of my shit.
Then you just Homer Simpson into the bush at that point.
It's just every time.
Cool.
I'm not.
All right.
I don't stop trying. I still try and make her laugh all the time. It does not work.
That almost is better though when you know like somebody just doesn't like you and you're like, hey, like you don't. Like, I'm impartial to you. I get that you don't like me, but I'm impartial to you. Like I think I'm just gonna wear on you. I'm gonna wear you down.
It's not that she doesn't like. She just doesn't find me funny, which is way worse. I'd rather somebody not like me than not find me funny. It's the only thing I have going for me.
It's like I don't have any other qualities. I haven't. Like that's my personality is trying to be just like joke guy.
I'm the ha man. It's what I have. Nope.
Well, you could
nothing there.
You could yell at her and be like, "I am a comedian, and you don't respect my craft."
I put in over 500 hours of memes.
Right? I mean, you probably have. I know I have. We could say we're all comedians.
I mean, you actually do time on Photoshop, so you could say you are like a digital creator or an engineer or some shit.
A pilot.
Well, no, because he doesn't fly.
On Grand Theft Auto.
Well, that being said, all my hours of Halo that I've put in, I've flown a lot of vehicles.
Right. No, if you look at all of the video games I put, I've definitely flown 500 plus hours probably.
What was that game? Crimson Skies, High Road to Revenge. I flew so much in there.
Star Wars, was it Battlefront? You could only fly in some of those levels.
Squadron, I've done that one. There was one back in the day where like you were flying US
Kong
and
racing.
German planes in WW2.
You had the planes in Diddy Kong.
Oh, dude, I play a lot of plane games.
Yeah, so really, we are pilots. All of us are pilots. The gang gets their pilot licenses.
What if we got our pilot's licenses with hot air balloons?
You don't have to have a license for a hot air balloon.
There we go. I'm a balloon pilot, guys.
How do you fly this bad boy?
You just get it up in the air and hope you don't hit something on the way down.
You let the wind do its job. Where are we going? Downwind.
I mean, I have done that in Red Dead Redemption, so I do have flight hours on that.
I think that was a Mitch Hedberg bit right there. Where he's like, what if somebody tells you like, no, like he can't tell you what you got a license for that? No, but I do have these scissors. And he cuts the handbags.
I remember that one. I just introduced somebody to Mitch yesterday.
I'm sorry that I sort of stole a Mitch Hedberg joke right there. I was like, that came to me too easy. That wasn't
Hey, but you gave credit where it's due. So
right.
Good for you.
Fucking, he's one of the goats. Balloons are back. Also back this week. Satan, big week for Satan, everybody. Because did you guys see the Grammys? Because a lot of people that didn't see the Grammys seemed to have seen a lot of the Grammys on Monday. Now, I didn't really watch it, but I did see all the highlights that everybody was talking about. And I was like, you guys are like, we're not even going to watch this. They're not even going to talk about it. It's like, then you guys were the people that talked about it. You're doing the thing you said you wouldn't do. And now you seem stupid. And like, I'm not shitting on religion at all as a podcast that tries to bring you closer to Jesus every week and explains how Jesus would, how his process would work. You know, like we are, I would say, you know, we teach people about Jesus, but I'm not trying to shit on religion or anything, but like, if you are like to the point where you're like, this is what this country has come to, where they're teaching our kids this and blah, like people are just mad that Sam Smith did that unholy song with the lady he does the unholy song with, and he was dressed as Satan, dressed as the devil, and there was fire and it looked like he was in hell. And it's like, it's called unholy. That's like the devil is the definition of that, is it not? Like, that's the character he's playing in the song. And they're like, whoa, they're teaching kids that worshiping Satan is all right. It's like, no, they're teaching kids like, this is a fucking song at an award show, man. Why are you that upset about it? You fucking old person, just grow up, fucking chill out. And also like, not to say Sam Smith's not very talented. He's an iHeart radio artist or anything, but like, didn't Lil Nas X, our king, just do this like 2 years ago? Did he do this 2 years ago? Like he gave a lap dance to Satan. He was fucking dressing up as the devil too back then. And we fucking lost our minds over it. It's like 2 years later, same shit, guys. It's the same shit. They know how to press your buttons. Now guess who was talking about the Grammys? You guys were. The people that swore not to talk about it. Fucking chill out. Quit clutching your pearls at fucking every little thing you see, because just because you don't like it doesn't mean somebody else doesn't like it. And it's like, well, I mean, you're throwing it in my face. I didn't want to be subjected to it. I don't just subject you to what I was like. You're subjecting us to you and your religious beliefs by saying that the Grammys that you claimed to not be watching were trying to like indoctrinate kids into like Satanism, which it absolutely was not. All right. It absolutely was not. It's just like, it's weird. It's weird when people go on like the anti-Satan crusade. It's like, I don't think many people were like pro Satan. Have you read the book? Like, bad dude.
I have not actually read it.
Dude, I saw the Cliff Notes and I saw the movie Passion of the Christ.
I still maintain that I haven't seen it. My brother swears I did. But if I blacked it out, then I didn't see it. And by that, I mean I was blackout drunk when I saw it. That doesn't count. If I don't remember it, I didn't see it.
True. Although I don't think that counts in certain courts of law. But
no, I'm saying for movies. Movies.
We'll allow it in this instance.
Yeah. No, all I've learned from the Grammys is that he dressed up. And I actually saw one overview. It was an overcorrection on the other side. They're like, you guys are so quick to judge and say that he was the devil. And he dressed up as the devil to try and be the devil. What? Just because he wore all red and his hat had horns on it, you think that was the devil? Like they were legitimately trying to like say that's not what it was. And you're like, you just described the devil.
Well, what if he was a New Jersey Devils fan?
What
if he was going full putty and he was a New Jersey Devils fan that was just excited about how the Devils were not terrible this season?
Could be. And and then I saw people getting mad at headline writers because I don't know, a blues singer won best song or something. And like somebody wrote a headline that was like an unknown singer wins. And they're like, oh, stupid headline writers don't know jack shit. And I was like, well, I don't know who the fuck that person is. So yeah, they're pretty unknown to me. Like, yeah, right. As a writer covering the Grammys and covering the best song category, you should probably know who the people in it are. But I'd never heard of that fucking person. And a lot of other people hadn't either. So I don't think it was an unfair headline. It was a dumbass one to write if it's your job to cover this shit.
I mean, I feel like when like the Oscars are on every year, we're like, who the fuck are these movies?
Like if
I don't know half these movies.
If I was covering the World Series, but like I was like an Astros beat writer and fucking the other team hits a home run and I was like, an unknown first baseman. Like, dude, it's your job. You should probably know who.
Yeah, you should probably know that at that point. I don't know. What we need to do is, I don't know when the Tonys are, but Robert, if you can make a reminder to remind us that you will be covering the Tonys exclusively for Pass the Gravy. So I want you to have access to the Twitter account, and you just put the clickbaity headlines, just like do you have anybody that you follow? It's like just a regular friend of yours or whatever that like acts like they cover a team or whatever. Like I know this guy that like I knew him back in high school, and he's a like big fan of the Texans, but he just like basically like tweets exactly what has already happened with the Texans. It's like, yeah, Adam Schefter tweeted that 30 minutes ago. And it's like Texans finalizing a deal with DeMeco Ryans to become new head coach. I'm like, all right, well, if this guy said it, then I know it's
I like
good.
being that guy in the group chat. I like being the guy who breaks the breaking news to my friends.
That is fun. But Robert, you need to be the big like clickbait headliney guy for the Tonys and hashtag whatever it is. And then they'll be like, oh, you don't even know about the Book of Mormon.
Or just
you don't even know about Rent.
Periodically. I mean, it'd be better if you were watching so you could time it right after like a winner was announced, but just wait like 30 seconds after every like winner's announced.
Yeah, just put the Twitter, the notifications on for the Tonys.
Wow, did not see that coming. Hashtag Tonys.
Unknown stage actor wins massive Tony Award, and just like basically copy paste that every single time somebody wins it, and then like you'll just get the backlash, which is beautiful.
The Academy will have to explain that one. Hashtags Tonys. Hashtag upset. Hashtag huh?
Yep. So Robert, you're official. Like you can add that to your like resume too. Like also like entertainment reporter, Pass the Gravy podcast.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah, so you get new jobs all the time. So people were like, Robert can't engineer the whole broadcast. And I was like, well, Robert will be there, but Robert will also be like, he'll be talking to us. He will also be filming us. He will also be doing photography for us. Robert's going to be juggling a lot of balls. We're going to keep we're throwing swords in those things.
It's going to be like,
yeah, just all the Jay and all the bees. Jay and them bees. Yeah, I'd be like D'Angelo Vickers during that Evanescence song, if you know the Office reference I'm making right now. But that'll be Robert on Saturday. So we got Tyler to help us with the audio part, because I felt like that would be a little bit much. And now Robert's gonna have to be like our entertainment reporter too. Like he's got 7 hats he's wearing. I can only ask the man to do so much.
It's a lot of hats.
Robert's also reliable, which is why I can ask him to wear a lot of hats. With Pat, I'd be like, you can be there on time, right?
Yeah, we have an understanding in our relationship. It's just well known, like, Pat, you're gonna make it. Okay. Can't ask any more than that.
Is your iPad gonna be plugged in and charged when you show up? We don't know.
Hey,
we'll see.
My brother's out of the house and there's been no problem since. I'll tell you this. Oh, I can't. Never mind. That would be a spoiler.
Okay.
How long did your brother live with you? I thought he was there for a while.
He was back for like a month, and now he'll be back again in like a month. He just had to go back. Like my parents were taking trips again, so he was up there to watch the dogs and shit for like another couple weeks.
That's what's up. But Satan, guys, big week for Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Next comeback kid we got is calling out creeps in the gym, because this one I've seen a lot in the last week or so. And it's kind of been reversed. It's chicks calling out dudes in the gym, but now there's like a kickback where it's like, actually, that guy was just at the gym. Turns out he's also trying to work out, and not everybody's staring at you.
Yeah, it was funny how that was edited. So where there was jump cuts every time he walked towards a machine, and then it was cut.
I don't know if you guys know who Joey Swole is. Guys, I mean, Pass Gary, very big on TikTok.
Only
Pass Gary Pod
on the TikTok. Of this shit.
But Joey Swole is one of my, like, I get into, I'm in like a weird gym talk thing because I like Joey Swole's videos. And then it shows me like, oh, this is also how to do a better deadlift. And I'm like, I don't need to know that. But Joey Swole, like you'll see somebody doing a weird workout and there'll be some girl like this creep over here. And I'm like, oh, but it says Joey Swole on the thing. It's his thing. He's about to come in and be like, all right, so what you're saying is that this guy has no right to go over to the dumbbell rack while you are doing an entire workout that you're filming without his consent in front of the dumbbell rack. No, you're in the wrong. He's like very like polite and like very well spoken and just explains it down. You're like, Yeah, you tell him. But
He's
it is
definitely
like
the kind of person that says, well, I didn't raise my voice, so I'm not being an asshole. Like, well, you're just being a dumb cunt, but I'm not raising my voice so that you can't get mad at what I'm saying. Well, you did just call her a cunt, Joey.
no, Joey doesn't say mean things like
No,
that.
no, I'm saying, but like, he's definitely that guy. Like, he'll
We're Team
call you
Joey
an
Swole.
asshole without saying it, but he'll never raise his voice. So he's like, well, you're the one who's being irrational.
That's always a good comeback though. But like, that's a good way to like just talk. I wish I could talk to people like that, because then like, I'm not raising my voice, but I'm always the guy that will raise my voice. And then you win the argument.
Oh, I will scream in your face, but it's because I'm making better points than you and you keep saying dumb things.
But you look like you lose
That's
the
my
argument
style of
when you
argument.
get louder. That's always how a lot of people take it.
I mean, I'm going to look like I lose most arguments because anytime you yell, it looks like it, but like, I don't care.
Right. But then people on the outside are like, that guy lost the argument. And I'm like, I shouldn't be that way.
But if they actually hear what I'm saying, they'll be like, well, that guy's an asshole, but he's right in this situation, which I'll take that as a dub every day.
But really though,
Every
like
day.
the calling out creeps to the gym is just kind of like, I feel like we're seeing not just like, I had always seen Joey Swole call people back out on that. Just go look him up. I think it is just Joey Swole on Twitter or whatever it is, or on TikTok, whatever the fuck I said. But yeah, it's really funny to like watch those videos, but like, it is crazy how girls are just like, not everyone, like I'm sure there really are creeps in gyms. I don't go to the gym, I work out at my house or
Definitely
run.
is, yeah.
But there's definitely creeps in the gym, but it's like the guy that's like, a lot of times when he points out stuff, it's like you were in the middle of like where everybody's walking and that guy was checking to make sure he wasn't like stepping on you. He wasn't stepping on your stuff. And then people getting mad at like somebody sat on this machine I was using to record this. And it's like, you sat that on like a squat rack that guy then needed. And you were trying to just do you doing some other workout. Like that guy can also use that shit. But it is kind of funny to be like, this guy's a creep. And it's like, he was also trying to probably use the gym equipment that you're blocking. So also, there was a little bit of a backlash where it was like, maybe not every dude is staring at you. And then all of these girls that you can tell, like when they get called out, like you just go to any of the videos that they posted and the video's not taken down because they still want the views on it. But then the comments are
disabled. Yeah.
You can't comment on it. Like you are obviously in the wrong in this.
This guy sat behind me for 25 minutes and didn't work out. Like, I see the size of that guy. I don't think that guy's ever been 25 minutes in a gym without lifting a bunch of weight. It seems like you're just editing out all the parts that he's lifting. Like this guy weighs 330 with 6% body fat. Pretty sure he's not just standing around in the gym the whole time.
Yeah.
And then you sound like an asshole because you're like, oh, I'm siding with the fucking guy. Like, I don't ever really want to be the sides with gym bro guys, but also fucking take it easy.
I've been working out this. I'm basically gym bro now. No big deal or anything. It's chest coming along nicely. Got the pecs. I need Mr. Pectacular before you know it.
Yeah, I went another week without doing shit this week, like I said last week. Hey, I just kept having myself one, man.
You just keep having another one, man.
Oh, you know what? Cheers, buddy.
Another comeback kid this week is going dark because your boy is going dark, Pat. He's going 0 dark 30. A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers, that A-Rod is he's going to take a darkness retreat to decide his future, which I think means going into a dark cave and like just being isolated.
No, so basically he's going to, I don't know if it is a cabin, but it's going to be a cabin that's completely blacked out from the outside. It's pitch blackness. I guess food will just be like dropped through a slot for him. So it's basically just a giant sensory deprivation thing for 4 straight days. And I think Aaron Rodgers has just become the weirdest cool guy of all time. Like nobody should be that athletic and stuff and still be like, well, you know who he is?
Ricky Williams.
He is modern Jake Plummer. Because Jake Plummer was a weird guy.
Williams.
Well, but like Jake Plummer got super into mushrooms and like he's a long hair, like, and not even magical. It's like all kinds of mushrooms. Like I thought there was just regular mushrooms and then magic mushrooms. No, there's shit in between that gives you like vitamins and fucking like helps with headache. Like mushrooms are fucking crazy shit. Like that's what he is. It's just Aaron Rodgers was way better than Jake Plummer, so his career lasted a lot longer. But I feel like they're the same fucking guy. They just want to like trip balls.
Cardinals.
Yeah. Oh. Well, he won't because they're invested in short sack. But But yeah, Aaron's a weird fucking guy, and I love him. But so did he say? Did he say when this is going to happen? That's the only part I didn't catch.
Maybe in the next couple of weeks. Good. He said he's going to do it in the
I
next couple
want
of
it
weeks.
to be
I
a
think,
week
to
after the Super
make
Bowl.
his decision. Maybe that's what he meant.
He needs to let me know when he's going in. Like, just make an announcement like, hey, these are the 4 days. Expect a decision in a week and a half. So I have a time frame, because now I'm just sitting. And like, I think it's going to end okay, but you know.
Did you this is
Probably
kind of
gonna
what
be
you
heartbroken.
did last year too, though, where you just were like, what's going on with Aaron Rodgers?
No,
You
this
were
is
just in
very
that
different.
limbo.
This is there because last year I made peace with it. And I was like, okay, he's gone. And if he comes back, cool. But I can't get my brain to that point because I feel like he's coming back. I can't get over that. I think he's going to be like, no, dude, it was a bad year. Those even good teams run into bad years every so often, unless you're the Tom Brady Patriots. They just never did. Even when he broke his leg, they won 11 games. It was a weird year. The Vikings had a historically ridiculous record in one-score games. Like, the Packers could have still won that division if the Vikings didn't have the greatest record of all time in one-score games. It was just a weird fucking year.
Who beat the Vikings in the playoffs? I forgot. It's been so long.
G-Man.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay,
and also like
why you were on the Vikings?
The Lions are getting better, so they're a good team. They're in there. The Vikings will come back. The Bears are the Bears. They still suck. They're fucking awful. The Packers are right there to win the division again next year.
Yeah, probably.
If Aaron comes back.
And they got receivers that they didn't have receivers, and then they we're actually maybe these receivers are good at the end of the season. So maybe you already got your answer at receiver.
I mean, I did see a thing though, if he's gonna leave, if we did a card for Rodgers swap, I'd be okay with Derek Carr as my quarterback.
Yeah.
I like Derek Carr.
He couldn't wear 4, could he?
No, I like him more than Love anyway. And maybe
do you like him? Do you like him not wearing that number? Because there's certain guys I'm like, if you wear another number, I'm just gonna think you're bad. You don't look.
No, I think he'd have to move to 7. Because I don't see Derek Carr as a double-digit quarterback number game. Or quarterback number guy. But he obviously can't have 4. It's retired. It's Brett Favre. I don't know, 7.
What was Starr? Was he 10?
Bart Starr was he didn't put it on his maybe 10. That sounds right. But I was just thinking really when I think of quarterback numbers, I think of 4 and 7 because of Varsity Blues. It was Moxon and Lance Bass. Those were their numbers. 1 was 4, 1 was 7. Starr was 15. Yeah. It's just right though. Derek Carr does not feel like a double digit number guy.
No, he doesn't. You gotta be able to pull off double digits.
But also I don't think he's gonna take 1, 2, or 3.
3, so, you could maybe pull off a 3.
He could be a 3.
5.
But yeah, 5 to 7 feels that maybe he goes with a 6.
Kerry Collins.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. But if that happens, I'm cool with it. I don't know. I'm probably gonna be crying in a couple weeks and Aaron's gonna leave me. Because we got want to play, but it's just not for the Packers. We're a bit cool. We owe you $60 million next year. What are we doing here? So we'll trade him and save cap space. But
yeah. Well, then, I mean,
I don't know. But but also, I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's going to go in, have his meditation. It's going to clear his head. He's going to call Matt LaFleur, and we're going to be like, listen.
He's just going to masturbate.
Sign me a guy.
Right?
He's going to be in the dark at all times. Sensory deprivation.
So he's gonna jerk it a little bit.
Dude, he's gonna be jerking it so much.
Right.
Dude, so basically the sensory deprivation, what it's supposed to do is release DMT, which is what they call the God particle, which is apparently what your brain is supposed to flood with as you're dying, so you peacefully slip off into fucking death. I found that about DMT. I did not know that part. But can you imagine how good jerking it's gonna feel with your brain flooded with DMT?
Right.
You definitely knock yourself out when you come. You just come and your brain
4-day just jerk fest. That's what
he's gonna stink and be very sticky when those 4 days are up. And then I hope he sticks with the Packers. Landed it.
Perfect.
So yeah, if he does leave the Packers, though, I will probably also go into a 4-day darkness retreat, except it's going to be inside my mind. And I'm just going to be in my bed every moment that I'm not at work drinking. I'll just tell my job straight up, I'll be, guys, I'm going to show up to my shifts. Don't expect a lot from me for these
This is
next
how
4
it's
days.
going to go. All right.
Yeah. I'm in mourning. My team just died because I don't have a quarterback.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And then I'll be the one on the podcast with an elite quarterback, and you won't have one. And it'll be like the roles have officially been reversed. But you'll get an elite quarterback. Y'all get one, and then we'll both be in there.
Hey, if history tells us anything, Packers' next quarterback is going to be a 15-year Hall of Famer.
Jordan Love.
It very well could be.
Maybe.
He did, from the tape of his rookie year to the little bits we got this year, there was vast improvements just in that time.
Turns out players can get better as their career goes on.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers completely reworked his throwing motion when he got to Green Bay. So, sometimes things just take a little bit. And he had 4 years to sit.
It's perfect. Basically, all year in college.
Or Derek Carr. Cool with that too.
Or Derek Carr. All right, next comeback kid. Speaking of your boy, I got Eli Manning, my boy, who is actually now tied for the greatest coaching record coaching win percentage of all time. He coached the NFC to
in flag football. In flag football.
Still counts. Pro Bowl. He's 1-0 in the Pro Bowl, 1-0 as a head coach. What's the winning percentage if he wins? Is it 1,000? He's batting 1,000 right now. So
did you get to watch a lot of it? I didn't really get to watch any of the stuff this weekend because I was at work. But
in and out of it.
It seemed cool. Like the golf thing seemed really cool.
Yeah, all the other stuff was cool. The flag football was kind of silly.
Really, all I gave a shit about was the skills competition for quarterbacks again. Did they do the longest throw?
I don't remember.
Longest throw has to be a part of it.
They did like a relay, which was kind of tight. They did a water balloon toss, which sucked. I didn't understand why that was what they went with. But I mean, you could just tell the players were kind of hungover and were just partying the whole time. So that was kind of cool about that. But just, I don't know. Yeah. Anytime Eli's out there, I'm like, fucking, that's my dude. That's my dude.
Oh yeah, just always have the Mannings out there. Now that both of them are retired, they should
just so fun.
They should be on retainer for all networks. Just like, hey, we've got a thing. And they're like, okay, we're coming.
Like guys that just look like a good hang, like Eli and Peyton.
They really do. Like they're just a couple of Southern boys that love football and like to have fun.
Well, I feel like I said that already on this, where like on this pod before, where I was like during the Manning cast, it's like, and I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, watching Monday Night Football with my friends Eli and Peyton. Like that's how it feels like on Monday night, where you're like, well, I don't know, John Hamm's gonna join us in the second quarter. You want to hang out? After that, they have Kevin Hart. He's gonna come on. Yeah, or just hanging out with the boys on a Monday night. Like that was a fun little Monday thing. And then there would be the weeks where they didn't have the Manning cast. Like this fucking sucks. Like Troy and Joe, yeah, they're good. But like give me Eli making jokes about Peyton's head. You know, like let me hear Peyton break down everything again. Get mad at a kicker. I like hearing that. Oh shit. Like they got fucking Julian Edelman on. Like
and Peyton like, just occasionally cussing.
It's just like you have like a watch party with your closest friends, Eli and Peyton. That's what like they've made them feel like, where I feel like they would obviously be like, this fucking weird person is just talking to me about how much he loves me and all of this. But I'd be like, well, Eli, you changed my life. You literally changed my life, Eli Manning.
You would be Chris Farley from the thing. Hey, remember when you won the Super Bowl? That was cool.
That was pretty sick. That's my that would be my dream. My dream would be to meet Eli. Number one would be Eli. Anybody living or dead, like I don't fucking give a fuck about any like world leader or anybody else. Eli fucking Manning.
The only sports figure that I grew up loving that I want to meet, like really, is Big Papi, because I think he's the only one that would, like, if I walked up to him and was like, dude, can I have a hug? I think Papi would do it, but like I don't think Aaron would do it. Brett Favre would be like, no. Dude, like most special athletes. Oh, I'd be fine.
And then he'd be like, would you like to donate greatness? Would you like to donate to my charity? That's definitely not going.
I mean, no, Brett, but let's go put on some Wranglers and throw the football around the field. This is gonna be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But like
Brett was very likable because of the fucking Wrangler commercials.
You see a fat 30-year-old guy walking up to you, you're like, no, I don't want to hug you. But I think Papi would be like, bring it in, man. Papi would go for that. Maybe Manny too, but I love Papi more. But like all those guys I grew up watching, I want to hug him. I'm a hugger. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I'm not a casual hugger. Like, hi, how are you doing? Hug. I'm like, I'm not big on touchy-feely stuff, but like, I want to hug Big Papi. I would
Like,
love to hug. I see. Here's the other one. Is I always say I want to pick up Jose Altuve if I ever meet him with a hug, and I really, really want to. But one, I don't think he'd be down for it, and two, that does feel a little disrespectful. But also maybe how Altuve would just be like, okay, let's do it.
If I had to power rank people in my life, Emma obviously one.
People you want to hug?
Just like most important people in my life.
Oh.
Like Emma is one. Then my mom and dad would be like 1A, 1B, maybe. I'm trying to say if it's like my parents or Eli. But like probably
wow,
Wheezy
didn't make the list. Wow,
not person. She's a dog.
Wow. I mean, dogs are people too.
Dog. Number one dog in my life. But I think Eli would be like third most important person in my life.
I get that. I 100% get that.
What a great guy. Greatest coach of all time, tied for best winning percentage. But that's really the reason I wanted to bring him up. And then the last comeback kid I had this week is Kyrie Irving, because that fucking diva did it again. He was like, I want out of Brooklyn, even though he was like, I want out of Cleveland, and then I want out of Boston. And they got rid of him in all of those places. And then he was like, I'm excited to be in Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn. Now he wants out of Brooklyn. And they moved him to, I mean, I think there could not have been a more fitting place for him than Dallas, Texas. Like, you want to go to hell? Fucking have fun in Dallas, you piece of shit. Enjoy this. Oh, he's working with Luka Doncic. Mavs could win a title. Kyrie? Unless LeBron carries him? No, they're not gonna. Sorry, Luka. Your career's going downhill, pal. What a fucking diva, dude. Like, is he maybe the most hateable person in the league?
Oh, man. Kyrie? I think so, just because
Nazi sympathizer, Dallas.
Well, I was gonna say also just because nobody gives a shit about Draymond anymore. Draymond doesn't like he's not good anymore, so people don't hate him because what's the point of hating somebody who sucks? And like,
it's actually pretty good.
A lot of people hate LeBron, but I would say Kyrie is more hateable.
Yeah, LeBron doesn't put out all the Nazi propaganda or anything like that, or say
no, he just puts out the communist propaganda.
No, that's true.
Or shuts up about it would be the better one.
That's true.
But yeah, Kyrie's such a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, man. He does nothing but just absolutely destroy teams that he goes to. And I mean, I'm so happy that it's going to happen to a Dallas franchise.
I want $30 million a year. Okay, we paid you. I'm not happy. Trade me to the Celtics. Okay, now I want 35. Okay, we'll give you 35. Cool. I want to be here as long as the fans will have me. Year and a half later, I'm not happy. Get me out. Okay, now we'll trade you to Brooklyn. Well, I want $40 million a year. And they're like, well, we don't want to fucking give you that because you post shit about, like, we don't want to give you all this money. I'm not happy. Give me how much money? And dude, give it 18 months, a year and a half. He's going to be out on Dallas. Be like, we didn't immediately win 3 championships. Well, you've only been here for 6 weeks, man. You can't win that many that quickly.
And then, like, remember, like, when like the league was like, you need to get vaccinated or you can't play, and like he just didn't play. And I know that there's a lot of other people that were like, well, I would have to get fired from my job too. It's like, well, he just didn't play for like 3/4 of a season at all. Like, I think, was it James Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant played like 12 games together the entire time that they were a team, like all 3 together.
Over the 2.5 years that they were teammates.
Yeah, whether it was like injuries or Kyrie having to sit out or something like that. It was just like they got absolutely nothing out of what we thought was like, there's no way they don't win at all. I think James Harden kind of tears apart teams. Kyrie Irving kind of tears apart teams.
Kyrie
team is torn apart now. But yeah,
it was like
Kyrie,
17
Dallas
games for them 3, and then it was like 30 games that him and KD played together over 2 years.
I have it here: 74 games over 3+ years of just KD and Kyrie.
70. That's what it was. 74.
So it's a regular season NBA is 82 games. So
I mean, also part of that is because Kevin Durant was injured for a very long time.
Right, but they played together for less than 1 entire season over the course of 3 entire seasons. And then he's like, I'm the star here. I need my money. It's like, bro, I guess you could argue he's like a gently used car. He's like, I didn't put a lot of mileage on.
I wanted him back in LA with LeBron because it ended. Those two hated each other by the end of it last year, or when they played together in Cleveland. But like LeBron was still the alpha, the super. Like Kyrie, you could maybe make the argument is better now at this point, but he's such more of an insufferable douchebag because he's had success in the league and he's a veteran. He's been there so long now. Oh, dude, he would tear LA apart.
Do you know how much of a prick he would have been having to sit through like LeBron breaking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record? Like he would have.
He would have grabbed the ball.
About him.
He would have grabbed the ball and like tried to bring it up court when a
Here,
timeout
let's
was
go.
called,
Let's
and he
go.
would have slammed it and be like, "No, we had the momentum." And he'd be like, "Shut the fuck up."
Dude. He would have hated it. But yeah, Kyrie Irving, he's back and he's going to the Mavericks. So have fun watching the Mavericks not win anything. And that's what we got with that. Yeah. What do you have? You have one last final one for us, I saw.
Yeah. Anybody who's watching it can see. South Park. New season of South. I forget we're on season 764 of South Park, something like that. I've been watching the show since I was 7 years old. I'm fucking just as jacked up for this one as for anyone I've ever been. A couple days ago, like I knew a season was coming, but then out of nowhere, you just start seeing the commercials. It's a new episode this Wednesday, and I was like, oh. Also, I love that, dude. Every show you've ever watched over the years, if it's been on for a long time, the day that it comes on changes. It's just like sometimes it's Friday, they move it to prime time, it moves back, blah, blah, blah. South Park has been Wednesday at 9:00 since I was like fucking 7 years old.
Well, because they had to do the thing where they like got it in an hour before it goes out and it has to get approved and run through all those things. Like
it took that was like by like season 10 that they started doing it that way.
But like now, like they've just been like stuck in that where like they're like, well, this is our deadline day. Like I'm sure Comedy Central's like, we're not moving that. Our Wednesday people are cool doing this. Tuesday, not so much.
But it's also brilliant too because it's like, well, we own Wednesday. What else premieres on Wednesdays? Nothing but like South Park. Everyone's, but I mean, TV shows, buddy.
YouTube. Watch it on YouTube. That could be on your TV. So, wow, dude. Wow. Can somebody make like us an IMDb page for a YouTube channel?
I'd rather have a Wikipedia page.
No, just like Past the Great podcast series. And it's just, I would like both. You could do both, but like, I don't know if we would qualify as IMDb-able, but that'd be really funny if we had like our one rating. Like we get one review and it's just 5 stars. Like we are 5-star rated on IMDb.
We get contacted by the SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, be like, well, it's on screen. I'd be cool, sweet. I can finally get insurance.
So we can say we're actors. Then babe, you have to refer to me as an actor.
Oh.
And then any like crazy takes we have, like we can say we weren't wrong. We were just acting.
It was a role.
Yeah, I was really like into the role. Like, dude, that was fucking method acting Pat went into.
I've been method acting as an asshole for the last
Alex really killed
years.
himself for Daniel Jones. Like he really did that. He took his role seriously.
But yeah,
he learned witchcraft.
And I'm super fucking excited. I'm gonna go over to my buddies after this, have a little whiskey, enjoy some South Park.
I'll definitely probably watch it, but I'm like not gonna watch it tonight. I'll have to edit podcasts tonight.
The only clip I've seen from it is one of the kids asked Kyle because he's Jewish if he actually runs Hollywood. So it's like, oh, this is gonna be a good one.
It's a good teaser.
Kyrie Irving is gonna hate this episode.
Oh yeah,
or love it.
Oh yeah, I will. So those are comeback kids segment.
He'll buy into this episode. We should say that.
Those are comeback kids segment. If he says anything offensive, he's only saying it because it's part of his role. Don't forget, we're soon to be SAG members. All right. Our next segment is the What Would Jesus Do segment. We're gonna do it. Fuck it. We'll do it one more time after this. This was gonna be the last one, but you guys sent us some, so I guess we'll do it. We'll do our last one. It's gonna be the 500th one. Okay. All right. This was gonna be the last one, but okay, we'll do one more after this. Got to throw Jesus in a situation he'd find himself in today's time. he came back today, give us a problem, we'll tell you what he would do in that situation. I mean, they always had the WWJD bracelets. They never would tell you what he would do. You'd be like, what would Jesus do? It's like, well, just think about it in your head. I was like, I need a for sure answer because I'm not great at making good decisions. If the decision is what would Jesus do and what would Jesus not do, and I have to come up with the answer to that, the answer is going to most likely be the wrong one because I'm going to do what I wanted to do. And so we're just going to straight up tell you, like, a Magic 8-Ball should have been what we had instead of bracelets. We should have just had like a WWJD Magic 8-Ball, which we will make one day. We will make one day. You know what? If I'll order one on Amazon today, and then I'll just I'll just get duct tape and put it over the 8 and just write WWJD. And if we can get 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel by Saturday, which won't happen.
Well, you have to be able to customize them.
Well, no,
Magic
it's just
8
like
balls.
ask again later. No, it just says yes, no.
No, but I want one customized with like shit that we say.
Right, but it would just be funny if it's just a Magic 8-Ball. It's like ask again later. Okay, like that's what you'll get as the 500 as somebody from our 500 subscribers. So y'all, Gravy Gang, get us to 500 YouTube subscribers. All right, not the 500th person, but we will give away a WWJD Magic 8-Ball on Saturday. I'm gonna bring it, and then we'll just ask it questions. If not, and then we'll just get to have fun with it. You guys won't get to have fun with it if we don't have the 500 subscribers. But this is the What Would Jesus Do segment. You hit us up on Twitter, hashtag PTGWWJD. Send us a situation Jesus would find himself in, and we will answer it for you. And so hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassGrayPod on Twitter. That's the way to request or to send in your What Would Jesus Do submissions. And we're gonna have one more for the 500th. This is the next to last episode, or next to last edition of What Would Jesus Do?
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If he wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right. This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our buddy Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713. And he says, what kind of tattoo would Jesus get?
There's immediately two that came to mind for me. One would be he would just tattoo the rosary. You know, you ever seen that where they just get the tattoo or the rosary tattooed around their neck?
Mm-hmm.
Or full length back tattoo, him with the cross on his back, and it says "My cross to bear."
I think you nailed it with the last one, but I just put like a cross, duh. Like that.
Way to put a lot of thought into that one.
I mean, but like that's
I
like the
literally put no
OG.
thought into mine, though.
That's the OG cross, isn't it? Like, what do other people get crosses on their bodies for? Jesus, probably.
I mean, he could tattoo the crown of thorns.
But what would be really sick? Like cross is the right answer. I think it's pretty much like just like open shut case on that one. But like what would be pretty gnarly is like if he got like tattoos on his palms, were like that made it look
The
like
stigmata.
Made it look like a nail.
Tough as nails. That would be another one that he could. Maybe he just gets like a sleeve.
He gets
like
that
a sleeve
right
with all of this shit in it.
He gets that like right here on his stomach, like tough as nails. That'd be sick.
No, he would have. They would say Christ across the stomach.
No, you have his
Yeah,
stomach.
that's where they put their last name.
No, last name would be on the back, but it would be in
like down his
Gaelic
arm in
or
Dad
whatever
I
they
Trust.
Yeah. He would have a dad heart tattoo.
Leper
It's
King.
cross though. Healer of leper. Yeah, it'd be a cross.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the big one, my cross to bear. Or
actually, I think like LeBron chosen one.
No. He would get the tattoo in the Instagram picture of it. The caption on that would be "My cross to bear."
Right.
But it would be it would be like no. I was gonna say nope. I was gonna say it would be the cross, but like set on fire. Like, but I was like, you can't burn crosses.
Cannot do that. It's
like I would understand why Jesus would do that as a tattoo to like, he's burning his past, but no, can't do that. I think I actually now I'm just picturing a sexy tatted up Jesus with just tats everywhere, all this shit.
He's got the body for it. Definitely.
He does. He's skinny, but like ripped.
But his body's also a temple. His father teaches us that.
Yeah,
A book that he wrote.
I'm gonna
Bestseller,
stick with my
by the
first
way.
one though. It is probably the bestseller of all time.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick with the My Cross to Bear. That's
Yeah.
the tattoo. What do
Cross
you
is
think,
the
Robert?
right answer.
I think he just gets like John 3:16.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
For my dad
No,
so loved me that he sent me to die for your sins.
what if he
No
got
big
Austin
deal.
3:16? Like, what if he was just a big Stone Cold fan?
He's like in a weird, like rebellious phase. He's like,
Mhm.
"Nuh-uh, Dad." I'm
What
getting
if he just
Austin
got like
316.
flame tattoos above his pubes for the burning bush?
Or spider tattoos on his hands and his elbows.
Maybe he gets a fish.
A fish, but like as a teardrop fish.
Yeah.
Oh, just the Jesus, like the Jesus fish right
That
there.
one. Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like you don't see those on cars as much anymore.
No,
Remember that used to be a big thing where it was like the Christian fish was on all the cars.
then again, also I feel like I saw a lot of those leaving church, and I don't go to church anymore. So
That might be it too. I saw a Keep Christ in Christmas magnet on a car. That it's been a minute since I'd seen one of those. And I was like, good to see. You still got that going, even though it's out of season.
still fighting the good fight.
Always thinking about it. Always thinking about it. Don't you dare fucking put Sam Smith on my TV dressed as the devil. All right. Don't you dare. We should make one just like keep the devil on TV. Make that a magnet. Not the worst idea. Not the
Listen to
worst
all
idea.
sides.
Right. All right. People might think that the devil is not cool, but there's actually no proof that the devil's not cool. I mean, there is actually proof if you read the Bible. He kind of was a bad dude in certain things. But like one thing that will always be cool is a Little M air freshener. I always enjoy Little M shop products. LittleEMshop.com is where you're gonna go to order those. Get yourself a keychain. I got this awesome custom keychain. It says the Gravy King on it. You can get a custom keychain with your name, your nickname. I know our buddy Brandon Davis, listener to the pod, he got his Xbox gamer tag on there. I don't want to give his gamer tag away, but it's actually his Twitter account. He gave his Twitter account, his Twitter. It's at a stream of cream. He put that on there. So just gave away your gamer tag. Sorry, bro. But he got a custom one. I know a couple of you other guys got custom ones. They also have the best air fresheners on the planet. Those little fucking stupid green trees people are driving around with, those are bad. Those are stupid. They suck. They smell bad. Little M air fresheners smell way better. Go over there, get you some of those. You're gonna get free shipping on orders of $10 or more. You're also gonna get 10% off your order when you use promo code PTG69 at checkout at littlemshop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter and Instagram. They are at Little EM Tweets on Twitter and at Little EM Shop on Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people that support the podcast. We love Little M Shop, the best little shop ever. If you're trying to just get like a gift for somebody, a little gift for like a friend at the office or whatever, or like, oh, so-and-so's, so like the secretary's birthday's coming up, here, get you a little keychain. You know, Taylor Swift fan, they got all kinds of T Swift stuff. They got stickers, keychains, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. LittleEMshop.com. Go get it. Let them know you're from Pass the Gravy. LittleEMshop.com, promo code PTG69 for 10% off your order at LittleEMshop.com.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool,
man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
All right. If you'd like to submit your not cool for the week to us, all you gotta do is hit us up on Twitter at Pass the Great Pod. Use the hashtag PTG not cool. That's how we'll search for them. We'll click the hashtag and go through those. So you gotta attach the hashtag. Anything that makes you say, hey man, that's not cool. We're gonna pick some of the best ones each week and run through them. We had quite a few this week. I mean, there were a ton that got left off, but these were just like, we could have done 400 of these, I feel like, Robert, if I had used everybody's. But so I tried to pick some of the best ones from this week. Hashtag PTG not cool to at Pass Great Pod. We'll start off with your listener submitted ones. Let's go with because I want Pat to be here when we do Todd's. Let's go with Melissa Hyde at Mel Hyde myself. She says, people that blare their music at a public car wash. Pick better music, dude. Yeah, just the blaring music in like a enclosed like area ever is always kind of like, it's just a weird flex. Like when sometimes people like park at my apartments, like go to like the office and they'll have somebody in the car and they're just blaring music with like the windows down. It's like, why do you think that's cool? At what well, everybody else needs to hear that I'm listening to J. Cole. You're like, I like J. Cole, but like, why are you blaring it? That's just anywhere, any public space to just not have any like noise pollution, I guess is what it's called. To just do that, that's obnoxious.
16 to 18. I think that's when you're allowed to blare music out of the car. Because like you're young, you're excited, music still means something to you.
Yeah.
Just
This is my personality. Is this my
like, dude, this song describes how my life is going.
this
I fucking
is
love
me.
this.
This is me.
And you blare.
You don't
Okay.
get it.
After you become an adult in the eyes of the law, keep your shit to yourself.
Agreed.
Like,
Absolutely
fucking
agreed.
take it easy there, bud.
Absolutely agreed. T's and P's though, and that does suck. It's a solid, not cool, Melissa. I wanted you to be here for this one, Pat, but Todd Voss has one for us at as_seen_by_TV. I was actually going to use this for my not cool, but I figured this applies to probably a lot of Gravy Gang members and us. Todd says, it's cool that the 500th episode is coming up this weekend, but I'm worried that I won't get my Pass the Gravy podcast commemorative t-shirt in time. Tracking said it should arrive tomorrow at the latest, but it hasn't even printed yet. Todd, same boat. I was thinking I remember it was like February 7th was the date that I was supposed to get mine. It said that when I ordered it, I paid extra money. I think I paid $20 extra to make sure that it was rush shipped. And it was like February 7th at the latest is when it would be there. Well, let me go check how it's going. Still waiting to print. Don't fucking understand it. A little behind the scenes talk. We tried to kind of, play nice for a little bit, but Robert and I are currently working on hopefully moving over our merch store to a different provider that would still be print to ship. So we wouldn't have inventory ourselves, but they are much more reliable. We're not going to bash them because they do have shit out with a lot of people. But like if you bought a shirt for the 500th episode, you know who we're dealing with. Not cool on their part. Not cool because don't tell me one thing and then not do it. And you absolutely lied to all of us. And if you want to go in there, anybody that's in the Gravy Gang, you want to cancel that order, we are not going to fault you at all. I'm not going to cancel it just because I want a 500th Pass the Gravy shirt. I've already done that, but I'm definitely going to bitch about the rush shipping that did not get rushed because it wasn't. But yeah, it's some horse shit that we really did a pretty hard push for hey, you guaranteed it would be in by this time. That's why we're telling people this is the last day to order this to make sure it is in time. And I don't know if we ordered it a year ago, if it would have still been printed yet. I don't fucking know. But not cool at all is our printing people for not doing our PTG shirts in time. So fuck you guys. And I'm really sorry, Todd and everybody else that bought a shirt. And I do not fault you if you wanted to cancel that. It would have been fun to wear it to the 500th episode. I thought that was going to be a cool thing. I know Kobo ordered, he ordered them for the staff, he told me. And so it's now, I'm not going to be mad that they're not wearing them because they can't wear them.
Yeah.
It's just like we were going to be rolling deep. We were going to be matching. It's always fun to match. And now they're taking that away from us. Fuck you guys. And especially anybody that paid rush shipping. I am really sorry. And that is a huge not cool from them.
Yeah.
Right there
sorry,
with
guys.
you, Todd. Angelica Hughes at Helly Ray Houston on Twitter says, storage facilities are not cool. Storage facilities increasing the monthly rent by 3 times the original price. It's the second time this has happened to us. Time to switch again. Yeah, when it just all of a sudden goes up, that's some bullshit.
And not even it just going up. It going up triple.
Just we're jacking it. Just jacking it up.
Triple the fucking price. That sucks. There's really no other way to put it. That fucking sucks. And then you got to move shit from one storage facility. Moving storage units sucks. I've done it a couple times.
It does. It's
never fun.
Yeah, that fucking blows. And it's just that is such a little thing where you're like, all right, well, your bill, you got your set payments that you have every month, and it's like, by the way, this isn't going up $3 a month or anything like that. We're just tripling it. Who fucking moved their shit in there? What is the demand like for this place? I don't know, but it can't be.
Yeah, I've never seen a storage facility where all units were filled. So they're
right.
It's not like their land is that precious. We got to bump it up so we can get people out and get more people shit in that'll pay more. No.
It's do I get more space to have storage in, or no? But yeah, I don't know. But that is also a very adult thing to have a storage unit, isn't it?
I mean,
Very
you
adult
gotta have
thing.
cool shit. I don't.
I have
cool
so
shit.
much stuff. I have storage for it. That's a cool play.
That is pretty tight.
But it's not cool though when they raise the rent by
No.
3 times. So T's and P's, Angelica. Josh Tree Coddle at Joshua Tree 713. He says his not cool is my kid and his friends were playing hide and seek while the adults were outside, and someone thought that hiding under the sink was a good idea. While doing so, they also ended up breaking the knob off the water under the sink and didn't say anything to anyone until it started flooding. So I guess so he sent a picture with it, which I'm glad, because I was like, wait, you have a faucet under the sink? But I'm just a dumbass. It's not like a real man, so I don't really do plumbing. They have the little like cord that takes the water up there. So like they hit the knob that you could turn the water on or off. Turn the water on, and that water went everywhere. But that kid, yeah, you're right, had to know that like he got wet, that he or she got wet. And I guess maybe they thought it was just like a leak, but they're like, I didn't do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're a little
kid.
They're terrified. They don't want to admit to it.
They don't want to get in trouble.
Big trouble.
Yeah, it's the end of their night. They're in trouble, but that does fucking suck. And if that was your house, man, T's and P's, bro. It was not whoever's house was T's and P's, but that is really not cool. That's just one of those things where you're like, fucking kids, man. That's what kids do.
Brutal.
That's what kids do. Our next listener, not cool. Our final listener, viewer, not cool, is from Brett Brandon at Price of a ZJ. He says his not cool is my car officially bit the dust and we were just about to pay it off next month. RIP Focus. Yeah, dude, that is brutal. That is brutal. There's nothing better than having like no car payment and the fact that you were so close. And he sent us the picture he sent us, it was transmission failure. So it's like, yeah, that's the end of that car when that happens. And he actually is driving, like he drives a Ford Focus. And I remember I had an issue with my Focus before and he helped me out with like fixing it when I used to drive one. And he brought it out to the golf tournament we did. And it was like, oh, I feel like this is my old car. I missed this bad boy. Those Ford Focuses are legit. They had the cool windshield wipers that kind of went in instead of like the regular side, like left to right ones. So you always felt like you were in the future a little bit. Good gas mileage. I loved that Focus that I had. But that is really sad to see that it's coming to an end. And it's even worse that you almost paid it off.
Oh yeah, I mean, my last car.
Even worse.
I paid it off, and a month later it got totaled. That sucked.
The car's like, no. It's like they can sense it. Like,
somebody commented under the Ford finance department hit the kill switch.
Probably.
Yeah,
that'd be some real fucked up shit if they were just like, nope, we don't need your money anymore now. We're good. All right, so T's and P's, brother.
That sucks, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, these are some pretty solid ones, and we could have kept going with some of y'all's. There were just so many that like we would have spent 45 minutes on just reading not cools. But Pat, what is your not cool?
I got 2 of them. So when you're putting on your socks and you'll like throw one foot up over your leg right there to like pull the sock on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? So I was doing that, but they were tall socks the other day, and as I'm pulling them up, because my hand slipped off the sock and I sack tapped myself. Not hard. Like it didn't really hurt. Like that. That was the most amazing thing about it is that like, like even if you barely graze them, that can hurt the most. It was like, it wasn't a graze, but it was direct, but it wasn't that hard. So like it didn't hurt, but I fucking hit myself in the nuts putting on a sock. That's it. That just feels like some old man shit.
Yeah, you're losing it, dude.
Like to a level
you're just
where
losing your fastball.
Oh, my
you're
fastball's
Peyton Manning at the end. Like the brain's there, but just the physical ability is just you're losing it.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
The arm strength's not there.
I feel like the physical ability is still there for me. It's the mental capacity is going. I couldn't even focus long enough to hold on to a sock.
Yeah. So maybe it's deteriorating in both aspects of it.
Could be.
That fucking sucks.
And then the other one I had to leave work yesterday just to go buy some what do we need? We need Marsala wine for the restaurant. And Specs is literally one exit down from us. So I leave, I get on the highway. It's literally, I don't even get on the highway. I enter, but I stay in the exit lane and get right back off. soon as I get on, though, it's just like it's crawling. It's not a stop, but it's fucking crawling. From the time I enter to the time I get back off the highway was about 12 minutes. Because right in the on the exit ramp, I didn't know this until I got right up next to it. There's a car sideways with its nose in the wall. So every car has to come to a complete crawl to get past it, because I'm not shitting you. When I drove past this thing, so if there was a Hummer, there's no way it could have gone by, because I had maybe 1.5 feet clearance on either side of my car between the wall and then that car right there. And it just made me even angrier, because the way it was, I could tell this guy tried to cut somebody off last second to get to the exit and got hit and then spun.
Yeah.
So it's 100% this, and then there's a car right next to them, like that was, I guess technically behind them because they're fucking sideways. But I was like, oh, that's the car that hit them.
It's gonna
the way this guy spun out, this guy tried to. No, he won't. There's no way the guy who hit him will be the one that gets taken. Just because where it was, you could tell this guy cut over at the last second. So he's going over the double white striped lines of the exit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he definitely cut through that to try and get off, and got fucking hit in his back wheel and spun. But then I was like, this trip should have taken me to the specs and back. So I literally walked in, grabbed the wine, bought it, walked out. Should have been about a 20-minute round trip. It was like 30 minutes. I was so fucking angry.
That fucking blows.
I was, it wasn't bad. Like nobody did not get their food or couldn't order that because of it. Also back stuff. It was just so frustrating when I was like, oh, I could have just stayed off of the highway and saved myself 10 minutes. But this dickhead doesn't know how to fucking drive, or just can't go one more exit down before exiting. He has to cut somebody off, cause fucking 30 minutes of traffic.
Yeah, that's stupid. Dickhead drivers, not cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, rain today. So everyone's driving 30 miles an hour because they don't understand tires still know how to grip the road. But
I got my hazards on in a light mist.
Fucking dickheads.
Robert, what's your not cool?
Sam recently bought some new chairs for a table that she has, and whoever owned them, I guess, smoked. And so the smoke smell is really like clinging onto these chairs. So like now our house smells like smoke, and Sam doesn't even notice it at all.
I can hear her yelling at you in the background.
I can hear her saying, "I don't smell it."
Yeah, she said she doesn't smell it.
Did you try putting the chairs in rice?
We tried put it in water.
It's rice is what you gotta put.
Rice I gotta do.
Try rice.
Did you first at least try and Febreze the shit? So I assume it's some sort of cloth on the chairs.
Like leather or fake leather. I'm not sure.
Oh, it's in that? I don't know
Yeah.
how to do it. Oh, sorry, buddy. You're just fucked.
You just gotta
Also-
start smoking, so you won't smell the difference.
Also, not my chair, so I feel like it's not my responsibility to do that.
I really wish that there was like.
Oh
another
God.
way, like,
Oh no, Robert, don't say that out loud. I heard.
yeah,
I
that
don't know what
was-
she said, but I heard something. You're gonna pay for that comment later.
I wish there was a way though that like we could just see what the chair looks like and like have Robert's thoughts in real time. If only like you got on our TikTok and actually did Robert's chair reviews. Like these chairs smell like smoke. I would say 1 leg out of 4 or 0 out of 4 legs maybe. Can't sit on that.
Give it a peg leg. Quarter leg.
How's the like is it sturdy chair? Got a lot of lumbar support?
The one I'm using now, or the
No, the smoke chairs.
no
Smoking chairs.
It's one of those where like the back only goes off like a couple of inches, and doesn't go all the way up to the top.
So it's basically a stool.
Basically a stool.
It's like less real estate though, so it shouldn't smell as bad as it does.
Oh, it's in there.
Yeah, no, I'm
I
saying
made the
that means
mistake.
it's a lot of smoke.
Yeah, I made a mistake because like when she bought them yesterday and from some guy, and I made the mistake of like, oh, I smell something. Like, what is it? And I like put my nose right up against the chair and did like a deep inhale. I'm like, oh, this is cigarette smoke. This is awful.
What everybody
Here's
should
what-
do is bring Robert a pack of smokes to the 500th episode And then you'll just pick up smoking and be like, Sam, this is what we have to do because of this chair, until she gets rid of the chair, and be like, I'm just trying to fit in with your chairs since you love them more than you love me apparently right now, since you want these chairs so bad.
I actually have an idea for you, Robert. If there's going to be one of those chairs, that's one that you normally sit in. Take a blanket, not a super nice one, but just maybe some sort of decorative blanket that you probably have one somewhere in your house. Wash it. No, ask Sam. She'll have one for you. All women have decorative fucking blankets.
I have a Chick-fil-A blanket.
There you go.
I have that
Chick-fil-A
same blanket.
right
Yeah,
there.
use that one.
So
It's a good blanket.
wash it and dry it, but make sure you use a shit ton of fabric softener and all that good stuff that goes in the washing and the drying so that it smells super. Drape that over the blanket or over the chair. Just drape that on the chair so that the chair will now smell like that and not the dirty smoke.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, the thing is, she doesn't even sit on these chairs. She bought them for guests
Robert
to
came
sit
in today and was like, you know what? I chose violence. I know every second of this I talk about on the podcast, she's going to hear and I'm going to get in trouble. I don't care. This is as mad as you guys will ever see Robert, and he's going to smile on his face. He hates these chairs with every part of his being. Not if I'm correct.
Try.
Yeah, Robert nodded. He fucking hates these chairs, but he can't say what he truly believes in his heart about them because she's 6 feet away from him.
She's right there. Yeah. Try wiping it down with vinegar. It says on the interwebs. Maybe try that.
He's gonna do that, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, this room smells like vinegar now."
That would be
Olive
hilarious,
oil.
actually.
Well, olive
Vinegar
oil
probably. Place set. No, that doesn't. I don't know. Does olive oil work?
That fucking sucks, though. Like when you hate the smell of smoke and something smells like smoke, it's
Yeah.
all you can focus on.
Nothing
Mhm.
worse. There's nothing worse than that.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Bobby.
you probably just gotta find chairs that look like it, and then swap them. The old meet the
Switcheroo.
parents
Mhm.
with the cat, except it's not a cat. It's chairs. Probably easier, actually. Learn how to make things with wood, and make some chairs. And then she'll have to have them there and be like, I made these for you. So that's another thought, but it takes more work. But also
Good
try
ideas.
putting them in rice.
Or just throw them out one day and leave, like, but act like your house got broken into and they
Act
stole
like
the
you got
chairs.
robbed. That we were robbed. They only stole these chairs. It was probably because they were so nice.
And maybe just like one of those plants behind you, like turn it on its side, like, oh, they roughed up the house.
Your least favorite plant.
Like how mad at you would she get if she came home one day and you would just throw on the chairs away because you hated them? Is it worth the
Probably.
fight? Is it worth
Yeah.
the fight to just be like,
That's one of those
or-
you use that
or-
for later.
what you
'Cause she
got to
can
do is,
throw out anything he has.
if you really hate them that much, you just got to find some replacement chairs, get them, and then like get rid of the other ones. Be like, I found better chairs.
Get the hand ones. Those chairs that look like a hand.
Well,
That's
no,
a
these
cool
are
chair.
these
We
these are
have one
these
of
are
those.
these are
But
guest
get
chairs.
a whole bunch of them. Okay, well then get the baseball mitt chair. That's
Yeah.
cool.
That's
You can't say that's
next.
not a cool chair.
I mean, your only options are to just deal with it and try and clean it, or you just replace the chairs and throw the other ones away, and then hope she's not super pissed about it and she's only mad for like a day or two.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Or
be
start
the one that has to
smoking.
clean it. Yeah, or I can start smoking and get
I
it.
just
same
love that.
upset.
I just love that everything Robert has said about these chairs, I just hear her say something in the background about it.
And I think I'm
It's
good.
my
'cause she has
favorite.
headphones on too, but no, she hears it. She hears everything.
Oh no, she has them on, but there's nothing playing. She's luring you into
Yeah,
a false
she's
sense
just
of
listening.
security.
Yeah, that's what she's faking it. She's faking it. She's spying right now.
Robert,
You can
blink
listen to
twice
them
if you're in trouble.
and their wonderful back and forth on the most recent episode of A Recent Study Suggests. New episodes every Monday. At A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram. Go like their Facebook page and then hit that subscribe button and listen to every new episode. Wherever you listen to this podcast, you can listen to A Recent Study Suggests as well with Robert and Sam.
The
So, yeah,
next
dude, that's a
episode
really-
is gonna be Robert's gonna be like, there's a study out there that says the smell of smoke can cause migraines.
It should all be cigarette smoke related studies that you do for the next like 6 episodes. That'd be hilarious. I'm
Is
not
it like,
doing
does it
this
smell like
intentionally. It's usually
cigarette
just what-
smoke or just like that smoke smell?
Cigarette
I
smoke.
see. Oh,
I need to start tweeting y'all like just like here's a recent study I thought y'all maybe could do a podcast on. If everybody just tweets recent studies about cigarette smoke on stuff, then like
ooh,
you'll have to do it.
Robert, get Twitter Blue. Write a 4,000 word post about how much you
No.
hate it. That's a study. 4,000 words. That's a study. You've created your own study.
And you've also created a monster.
You're a self-reliant podcast at that point. You just create your own studies.
I lived long enough to become one.
A recent study that we have done. Yeah.
I recently studied these chairs and they fucking suck.
They still smell smoky. My not cool is a very first world problem that I had on Saturday. I've been I had my posture was shitty. I told you all that was a not cool a while back. Been working out again, not to brag or anything. So I was getting a little sore.
Shit.
I was like, maybe I'll go get, treat myself. And was out of town. I was like, I'm gonna treat myself, go get myself a nice little massage. So I went and got a massage on Saturday and I fell asleep during it. And I felt like I wasted the massage because like it meant I was relaxed, which I think is the point of the massage. You're in a dark room with like soothing sounds. Somebody's just rubbing on your body and it feels nice. And like I woke up.
That's not weird. Most guys fall asleep after we come. So like that's normal.
I mean, I didn't come.
Okay.
Oh,
you started out by saying your wife was out of town. You got a massage. You're trying to tell me you didn't get jerked off.
I'm just saying I had like a free Saturday, but no, I did not do that. But just like, there's nothing like, I felt like I just wasted that money where I was like, I mean, yeah, technically I probably like, I don't know. Like, can you just fall asleep? Like if somebody falls asleep.
Yeah, no, that actually
like,
does happen.
Could you just sit on her phone the whole time and just be like, well, time's up. All right, you're good.
Well, they could, but then they got to hope you don't wake up. No, I mean, that's the sign that it's working. It's making you super relaxed. Your body. I'm sure. Did you feel good afterwards? Like, did you feel your muscles felt relaxed?
I was more disappointed in myself for just, I felt shame for falling asleep.
That's not the worst thing you could, at least you didn't fart. Like to get so relaxed during the massage that you go.
If I was that relaxed to fall asleep, who knows if I didn't do that while I was asleep.
Well, at least you were passed out when that happened, so you don't have the embarrassment of it.
That's true.
There's nothing wrong with falling asleep during a massage. Their job is to relax you. That's if anything, it's a compliment.
But I want to like be present during it because it feels nice when you're getting the massage.
It's like getting a boner with a stripper. It's like, well, I didn't want that to happen, but you know what? You did your job, and I'm sure she feels good that she did her job well.
Yeah, well, I don't like it. Falling asleep during massage, my not cool. Very first world problem again. But yeah, so that was my not cool, and that is our not cool segment. Now let's wrap this bad boy up with our answers segment before we just move on to the 500th episode, which is what we're going to be doing this Saturday at Kobo's Q, 2012 Rusk Street in downtown Houston. The answer segment, we get you guys to send us your thoughts, your business ideas. If you wanted to know if your wife should refer to you as whatever your hobby is instead of your job when they ask what your job is, that's the perfect time to send something like that in for us.
He's a masturbator.
Yeah, he's a masturbator. He masturbates a lot. That's a professional masturbator. Well, it's his hobby. He's done over 500 plus hours on it.
Well over 500 hours.
You want relationship advice? You got just any like a dumb thought, a high thought, just a random question like that. Hit us up at Pass Your Pod. Use the hashtag PTG answers. And that's how we will sort through them. You can also email them to us, although we do check Twitter. Twitter's our 1-1. We go through Twitter first. But load us up with some questions for the 500th episode. We'd like some fresh questions for the 500th episode. We're also going to do a live answer segment during the 500th episode. But at Pass Great Pod, hashtag PTG answers. And then as a secondary option, you can hit us up on our email account. It's answers@passgreatpod.com. And then on the passgreatpod.com website, you can contact us, and our buddy Jesse will forward that over to us. But the answer segment brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company. Pat, will you tell everybody about our good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company? I'm drinking a hoppy elixir, by the way. I found that finally for the first time in the store. They're non-alcoholic. It's just water for people who like beer is what they call it. And it's an absolute treat. I've been loving it. I've been saving some for the pod because I wanted to be drinking it on the pod, but like I got another 4-pack already gone.
Bro, it's a great way to mix in water. They tell you to mix in waters when you're drinking beers.
It's like a Sprite. It tastes like a Sprite.
Dude, it's so good. I'm
Delightful.
crushing a bunch of the Southern brunches right now. I got some bombshell bombies next to me. I've got a whole almost full case still of the Sigords, which I love, because even though it's not really pumpkin season anymore, you sneak in a pumpkin beer every once in a while. Ooh, it's fucking nice. I also have just racks of the the Texas Punch IPA. That is, I say this a lot, but that is one of the finest IPAs they've ever put. Actually, you know what? See, this is the problem with having cases of beer next to you guys. I know, first world problem, cases of beer next to you. But you look down and you see all these delicious beers, and you're like, fuck, I haven't had one of those in 2 weeks. Guess what? Now we're having an IPA. Can you hear that when that flows through my beer into my microphone? Good. I always hope you can, because it's that's another plus right there. That beautiful fucking sound of just chugging a beer. Just tilting your head back and yugging that delicious elixir of the gods. Maybe you're not an IPA fan, though. Like I said, Southern Brunch, bam. It says it right there on the top of the can. Right around the top. They all say beer for people who like beer. This one says beer for people who don't like beer. This is so goddamn delicious that even if you hate beer, you're going to sip on this. You're going to go, that's phenomenal. That's so good. And that's the great thing about Southern Stars. No matter what kind of beer you're into, if you're not into beer, they'll find one that you like. Go up to the brewery, be like, hey, can I try a St. Louis beer? I don't really know what I like. I'm kind of picky with my beers. They'll fucking give you options. They've got what, like 8, 12 taps, something like that. There's always a special brew going on. There's always some seasonals up there. Some that have gone that not sell anymore, but they still have some kegs left. So even if you love it and you're like, oh, I miss it, go up there. There's a good chance that they're going to have one for you where you can go and just enjoy yourself. They're going to find something you love. There's always something going on up at the brewery. This weekend, I just hate that when you're looking at something on like Facebook or something, and then it just logs out or like reloads and it takes you out of the thing you were looking at. And now it's just, I don't even see the event page anymore. I don't know. There's something going on this weekend. There's always something going on up there.
Yeah, D's cooking, best crawfish.
Oh my God.
Of my streak, 158 weeks of the streak, and D's cooking is number 1 and 3 in my rankings, my power rankings, which I take very seriously. D's cooking, you're not gonna miss with them. Best crawfish you'll get, I promise you. And then you also forgot Darling Like a Marlin 3, Return of the Marlin. That's going down. I hadn't
gotten to it yet.
Saturday, March 18th, day after St. Patty's Day. Come try Darling Like a Marlin 3. Return of the Marlin. It's going to be an IPA for the first time, not a sour. So we're changing it up a little bit, but that's going to be a lot of fun. We'll do a live podcast out there.
All right. This might be not counting the Darling Like a Marlin releases, of course, because they're for us.
Right.
They've got a beer coming out that I just saw that I don't think I've ever been as excited for a beer that they have coming out. It's called Tejas. It's a hot chocolate stout.
Yeah, I've been saying that, dude. It looks
now
awesome.
I always say I love stouts, porters, dark beers. I love that. So much flavor in that. A hot, you're gonna get a little spiciness to it. And also I can see like I said, at the top of the can, it says beer for people who like beer. No, I can't see the full translation, but it says cerveza para la something. So I'm sure it's a Spanish translation for beer for people who like beer. I love this can. This can is sexy as shit. I'm having sexual feelings for this can of beer right now. That's how good it looks. I'm excited. I'm gonna gain 14 pounds because of a chocolate stout. That's what's
fuck yeah, dude. Give your Valentine's Day that instead of real chocolates.
Also, you know what I might do? Hey guys, here's already a trick for this one too. It's a hot chocolate stout. Make it a spicy one. Pour it in a pint glass. Maybe put a tahini rim on the outside. Oh,
not a bad idea.
Oh.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Southern Star Brewing Company, best beer in the entire world, the official beer sponsor of Pass Grade Podcast and the Answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, let's start off with our podcast son, Skylar Lester. And he is at OMG at Skylar on Twitter. Skylar says, why do so many pop artists mention going to Rodeo Drive when everyone knows Rage Against the Machine is rolling down it with a shotgun? I don't know if you guys got the reference to that.
I didn't know that.
Rodeo reference is rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun. People ain't seen a brown skinned man since their grandparents bought one, something like that. Yeah, I mean,
Aren't
they
they
obviously. Zach is not. I think he's mixed.
Is he the singer?
Yes.
I don't know. Okay. That line just confused me because I always thought all the dudes in Rage were white. It looks like a white guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna look up too much of it, but I'm pretty sure he's not white.
Yeah, I mean, everybody doesn't know that. I'd never heard that. Like, if you're a Rage fan, you know that.
Yeah, but but I mean, obviously Skylar knows Rage. I knew Rage well enough to know
I know some Rage.
Rodeo, or Rodeo, but yeah, but the pop people just don't know it. They don't know about that Rage, and then obviously they ain't seen a brown skinned man since their grandparents bought one. If that's the logic we're going with, and that's just quoting the lyrics, not me saying that. And if it was me,
Also,
saying that,
how
it'd be
old do you think my
accurate.
grandparents are?
Yeah, I mean, this was an older song, you know. It came out in 96 though, so that was a while. It was a song, so it doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but yeah, I just think that not enough people know about Rage like they should. It's like the Wu-Tang Clan. I was talking to somebody the other day. I was like, you don't know Wu? Like, you need to educate yourself, Robert. You need to go check out and educate yourself to the Wu-Tang Clan. They're for the children.
Me?
And I think you need to be well versed in Wu-Tang.
You don't think I'm
Everyone should be. I don't think you just did it because Pat did it.
No,
all right,
if you're gonna do it
if you know the Wu, then finish this line. Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing.
Forever.
Nope, that's not.
Forever.
I mean, yes, Wu forever, but that ain't the line.
Yeah, people just not as many people are as aware of Rage Against the Machine as they should be, and the pop kids these days, they just disappoint us sometimes. But I would stay off of Rodeo with Rage and the gang going down it. Danielle
Also,
Weston.
I looked it up. He's part Mexican American with some African and Jewish heritage on his dad's side, and then his mom's German and Irish. So
he's about as melting pot as you could be.
Yep, I was way wrong on that one.
Our next one is Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston, and she says, "What is the difference between tropical fruit punch and normal fruit punch?" I would imagine that the difference would have to be that tropical fruit punch has tropical fruits in it. Now, I don't know what
I'm gonna
goes in
say,
fruit punch.
add pineapple
and mangoes, and then any other weird islandy fruit. But yeah, pineapples and mangoes is pretty much what I would say would make it tropical fruit punch, and then fruit punch is just like berries and all the other stuff.
Yeah, so tropical, I guess, implies that it's specifically tropical fruit. Like the other one can have, fruit punch can have strawberries and raspberry and all that shit, and then blueberry and be a mixed berry. Tropical punch is only going to be, you're only going to see your pineapples, maybe passion fruit, that kind of stuff. Those are just the tropical ones. If you see it in a drink or holding a drink on vacation, it's a tropical fruit. Other than that, it goes into a regular punch.
Fair.
Yeah.
I feel like that I didn't know a lot going into that, but I feel like I wasn't that far off with my answer then. I thought you just mixed pineapple and mango in with all the other shit.
That's what I would have thought too.
Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace on Twitter says, "Power rank these Super Bowl party foods." He's gonna give us our 5 options: are nachos, pizza, 5-layer dip, 50-piece McNuggets, and pigs in a blanket. I'm respecting the exercise, but the fact that he didn't include wings makes it a little bit easier. I think you should have substituted 50-piece McNuggets with wings. Absolutely. and that changes the rankings. But I
Well,
will go
because
first.
the only time you get the 50-piece McNugget is for the Super Bowl. That's why that's in there. The 50 piece is reserved for Super Bowl days.
Right. I still would go wings over 50-piece McNugget anyway.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that's the reason the 50 piece is there, because it's only a Super Bowl promotion.
Respecting the exercise, I would go pizza 1. Then I would probably go nachos 2. I would also then go pigs in a blanket. Then I go 5-layer dip and McNuggets last. Pizza, nachos, piggies in a blanket, 5-layer dip, nacho or 5-layer dip, and then McNuggets.
We're gonna have very different lists. I'm gonna go 5-layer 1, nachos 2, pigs in a blanket, then the 50-piece, then the pizza. Just because I feel like a lot, like if I'm at a Super Bowl party, I don't really want to like sit down and eat. I want foods that are mobile. I want to be able to grab a scoop and go. But I mean, like, I want to grab a scoop. Like, I want one chip with some dip on it. I want one nacho at a time. I don't want to sit down and like have a couple slices of pizza. I want a pig in a blanket. Bam, I can pop it. Like, so I can move around the room constantly. Not that you can't with pizza, but I want something that I can just grab a quick one and pop it. Like, I don't want to sit down and eat a meal during the Super Bowl. I want quick poppable foods that can just go in and out.
I don't have a problem with 5-layer dip at all. I always think
it should be 7-layer, by the way. It should be a 7-layer dip. 5-layer dip. If you're gonna go 5, go 7.
But I was saying to somebody else earlier that like I think like they were like, "What's your favorite dip?" And I was like, "I don't like for the best dip for a Super Bowl party." I was like, "I don't think there's a wrong answer in that, because the best part about like going to a Super Bowl party and you get the like you like the chips and dips are there, and like everybody didn't physically make something, like brought a dip. And it's just like, cool, there's like 12 different kinds of dips. You're just like, all right.
We're having a Super Bowl party at work this year. We're closing the restaurant,
really?
And we're just gonna let the employee. I'm gonna go get fucked up at work.
Yeah, just like I love like just trying each dip. Like that's one of my favorite things. But like
I'm probably gonna try and get squares together, steal some money off my coworkers.
Yeah. Gravy Gamble's Super Bowl edition. Don't forget to check out that. That's coming out on Friday. We're gonna do a new one of those.
Also, you said what's your favorite dip? Pizza dip. For me, that's the best dip there is. But
see, like, I think with dips, there's people that like haven't had some dips, and it's just like that. Like it isolates people on that. But like I would have substituted if you had McNuggets out of there and you substituted wings, I would have gone wings, pizza, nachos, pigs in a blanket, 5-layer.
Yeah, I mean, with that, you keep bringing I think he purposely didn't put wings in there because of course that's number one. That's number one for everybody.
Pizza's just easy, and like I'm also looking at like what is everybody going to be down for, and like nobody's gonna be like fuck pizza, bro. Like I'm not down for pizza at a Super Bowl party. Like that's so easy to do. It's so common. Nachos, fuck. And then pigs in a blanket. I heard some slander about pigs in a blanket recently, and it's just like, get the fuck out.
I will not stand for that.
Somebody they were saying it was like breakfast.
I'll give them a talking to.
That's a breakfast food. I was like, it is absolutely fucking not.
First of all, there's no such thing as no.
Like might as well just have some kolaches. Like kolaches are breakfast food.
There's never a bad time for breakfast food, though. You try to tell me I can't have bacon and eggs at 6:30 p.m. You can go fuck yourself.
It plays. Yeah. Pigs in a blanket are fucking delightful, and I don't like the pigs in a blanket slander, but I would like to reserve that until after Robert goes because I feel like he's gonna make us mad.
So Robert, now you.
All right, my number one, pizza. Then I'm gonna go with 50-piece McNuggets. McNuggets are good.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm gonna go nachos, followed by pigs in a blanket, and then 5-layer dip.
Okay, as long as you didn't have pigs last.
Hold on, let me guess though. You for the reason dip's low, you're probably not an olive guy, are you?
Mm-mm.
Is that what knocked it down low for you?
As much as not like a dip guy. I don't want to be sharing a dip with people.
There is some intimidation. It is a little bit intimidating when you go someplace and like they only have like if the chips aren't in like a bowl or it's just like in the open bag and like everybody's kind of hanging around there. You're like, oops, we both put our hand in the same. Like you can only do it so many times. I'm not fucking doing the dip anymore, right? Like,
well, that's right. You gotta have you have the little plates. You pour some chips onto there. Then you take one big scoop of the dip. You flop it onto the plate, and then you scoop off of that with the rest of your chips. It's a quick little snack. It's Super Bowl foods. It's nice, and we might be doing. We haven't decided yet for the work crawfish party, but might be or Super Bowl party. It might be some crawfish there. Might do some Zaz. We might actually cook some shit in house and just make some dope stuff.
That's what's up.
I don't know.
Kobo's would be great.
I'm gonna
great
bring a bunch of Southern
Bowl
Star,
food.
try and get my employees drunk on it. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
I don't hate anybody's. These were not hateable picks. I feel like
Because they're all good.
They're all good. Yeah. If you tried to give me any of these, I'd be like, absolutely, man.
I knew I was gonna be in the minority here, putting pizza at 5. It was just the way I like my Super Bowl foods. I like them quick. Which not that pizza isn't. It's just the other ones are just pop, pop,
Because
pop.
like pizza, it's the most universally liked food ever.
Actually, I'm gonna text that to the group to the managers right now. What if we just got like 600 McDonald's nuggets for
Or
the employees?
just a billion pigs in a blanket.
Oh, we'll make
Going to
pigs on
Super Bowl
blanket.
party at my brother's. And I might just see if I can find a way to get pigs in a blanket, either by making Emma make them or just buying frozen ones. Just float
They're
it out. Like, hey,
actually-
we should have some pigs in a blanket to take.
You know what? Here's what you do. You tell her, let's make some to bring and do it as a cute couple thing because it's not that
That would
difficult
be.
of a
Yeah,
thing
no,
to
you
make.
just get the
And it
biscuit
would-
stuff,
and
you wrap it. Yeah.
I was gonna say, and it earns you brownie points of, hey, I want to do this together.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun for us
That's
to
what I'll
cook
do.
together.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't hear your end of the conversation, so it's my idea now. I'm stealing that.
Oh, dude, 100%.
I'm taking that.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
taking
welcome,
that.
buddy. Those can't do. Teach.
Exactly. Before we move on to from the Super Bowl foods, real quick. Super Bowl prediction, go Pat. Who you got?
I'm taking Chiefs.
I mean, obviously, I want the Chiefs to win, but
I want them to win.
I
It's
feel
more of a
sick
want.
thinking about the Eagles winning it. They just seem like.
But dude, here's how you make yourself feel better about taking the Chiefs, just because the Eagles are so. Dude, Mahomes, man,
Mahomes, yeah.
It's the best. The best quarterback in football is on one side.
True.
It makes yourself feel better.
True.
Yeah,
Robert, who do you got?
I don't love it, but
I just really hope they all have fun.
You had to pick one: Chiefs or Eagles.
I think as long as both of them have fun, then I'm good with picking the Chiefs and Eagles.
He said
Really-
Chiefs first. We're gonna assume it's Chiefs.
Really, I think it's just I think it might sound a little cheesy, but I think the Super Bowl is the friends we made along the way. Really,
Robert, you only get to say one word, and it either has to be Chiefs or Eagles. Pick one.
Cheagles.
No,
Chiefs
no, no,
was
no.
the first part. Chiefs was the first part. So that
And then,
counts.
so he picks Chiefs. He picks Chiefs.
Yep. Chiefs.
Otherwise, it'd be what?
Chiefs, that's his official Super Bowl pick.
Eefs.
The Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah. So me and him are both on the Chiefs. Are you? I assume you're riding Chiefs too. There's no way you're going to pick the Eagles.
I made a shirt that just says Rocky isn't real, and it says "Die Eagles Die" on the back of it. I made that last time they were in the Super Bowl. Didn't go well, but I'm rocking that shirt again.
Oh no! Don't rock it again. What? Make a new one. Make a new one. Dude, it's failed. It's 0
our
for
shirt people aren't gonna get it to me until 7 years from now.
Whoa. No. I'm talking about like buy a white t-shirt and a Sharpie and make your own shirt. Emma's artsy.
I
Tell
have
her
one
to
that's
draw you up
printed.
something fun.
And I think it's really.
Printed.
I think it'd be.
But
Really
it's
good
0
idea
for 1.
if we
That
did
shirt is
something
0 for 1, dude.
together.
Sometimes you just have to retire a shirt after one use. That's how life goes.
You think it would be really good if what, Robert?
If you told him, I thought it'd be really cool if we did like an art project together, and then she
Yeah.
just makes it for you.
And then I just am like, and how do you do this? Oh, okay, that's good. You know what? I think that's it. That's the one.
There you go.
That might be a good idea. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one too.
No, Smith, what if we
Patent
just did like a
blanket.
sex project together?
It'd be crazy.
Ah.
You know that? That was a good power rankings. I like that. I was thinking about doing that at the 500th episode, but by the time it comes out, it will be after the Super Bowl, so that would be kind of pointless. So now you can hear our Super Bowl power rankings going into it. Next to last question is from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix. And she says, if you go on a double date, do you sit next to your date or across from them?
So it really does depend on you sit next to him.
I think you sit next to him.
You sit next to him because then the guy can talk to the guy, the girl can talk to the girl, and then you can sideways talk to your significant other. You don't want to have to go diagonal
Right.
as your main talk to. But the person sitting in front of you should be the person you're talking to the most. If it's a double date, it's not like we're both dating next to each other and I'm going to talk. No, you're talking to the other couple. That's what the double date is. We're here together, but I'm talking to the other guy. She's talking to the other girl, and then we talk as a group.
Sam almost did something crazy the last time we went on a double date, where she sat diagonal from me.
That's psycho.
Across
That's psycho.
and to like the left.
That's psycho.
Right.
So then you're pinned between two people you didn't show up with.
Yeah. So like across from me would have been one person, then next to me would have been the other part of the couple.
Also, like,
That's
so
weird.
I mean, if it is that way, hold on. So was the other girl sitting next to you, or the other guy sitting next to you?
Well, I put the kibosh on it. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you going to be diagonal from
okay,
me?
yeah.
So she ended up next to me, but like, yeah, that.
I was gonna say, because if it's the other guy next to you, okay, if it's the other girl that's next to you and you're on opposite sides of the table and diagonal from the girl you came with, and that feels weird to me. Nothing's wrong with it. It just feels weird.
I think both times we've gone out with the girls to like eat, we did opposite side, like where we sat on the same side. And it's like, because I always think that it's funny, like because people make fun of couples that sit in a booth by themselves and sit next to each other.
Dude, that's psycho behavior. That's psycho behavior.
It's like that's how you sit when there's another group of people. So like, why would you, like, if Pat came and had, like, if he was meeting me and Emma for like a meal and there was a booth and I was sitting, like, if I was sitting across from Emma and then he sits next to Emma, that's kind of weird. I wouldn't give a shit, but it'd be like, that's a weird selection of that, because like, it's like, that's my chick, dude. What are you doing? But like, if like Pat would probably sit on my side, you know? And shut up. Legally, she's mine right now.
No. You don't have to worry about me. I've already been betrothed to my other buddy's wife, so your wife is fine.
Oh,
okay,
good.
Yeah.
No, but like, it's always like you make fun of those people that like sit next to each other in the booth, but it's like that's because, very weird. Yeah, it is weird. I think it's odd as fuck to be like, hey, let's just talk like this the whole time.
Hey, I want to eat with my neck at a 90-degree angle. How does this sound? Or it's the kind of people that are making out in their booth, and then I'm just like, she's probably jacking him off under the table, and that's not acceptable.
Do you think any of those people that sit next to each other and want their head at a 90-degree angle, like the whole meal, like they go on a date there, but then they do a movie and they get the front row? Like they're like, I also like to just crane my neck all the way up.
It's just fucking weird.
People.
So I give it a pass sometimes at our restaurant because we do have a booth that faces the bar and has the TVs above the bar. So like,
well,
if
yeah,
you're watching,
if
there's a game on
for TV,
it's different. But like when you just go out to dinner, like, can we get actually a table for 4, but there's only 2 of us because we want to sit next to each other? I'm like, you must be very. Also, if you're doing that, I assume you're very like, you're newly dating, but you're comfortable enough to where like you guys are like, I don't know, intimate or whatever. But like first date, you don't do that. That's psycho shit.
No, you don't.
And also you don't do it after you've been dating for a while, because then you're like, what are you doing? I'm trying to eat. Don't like stop. We can do this when we get home. I'm trying to fucking eat.
So yeah, you sit across.
You do this every time.
You sit across from the other couple next to your significant other.
Yes.
Or your date. Fair.
Yes.
All right. I think voices of reason. I like that. All right. Next and final.
I love how much relationship I give with how little experience.
That's the beauty of Pat, though.
It's so beautiful.
Qualifications, none.
Those that can do, teach. I know about it. I don't have the practical experience.
And I'll tell you louder than anybody else will tell you.
But I have logical fucking thinking abilities.
Right. Okay. Our final question this week, and our final question of the 400s in episodes of Pass the Gravy, from Alex O at Alex McThunder1 on Twitter. And Alex O says, who would win in a tag team fight? Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck against Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. So we got Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck against Mickey and Donald. Bugs.
Actually, I don't want to answer quotes because I think this is. Yeah, it's. Wait, what did you say?
Bugs and Daffy Duck win in a second.
Oh,
right?
I thought you said Bugs and Donald. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to answer it. It's Bugs and Daffy. It's not even fucking close.
Right?
But
Like,
they are crazy. They fuck each other up. When's the last time Mickey Mouse assaulted somebody? Bugs and Daffy
like
do that shit
all
all
of
the
like
time.
Disney is about like love and just happiness and just chilling. And it used to be racism, but now it's not. Now it's not. They shifted away from that. They got rid of Space Mountain. But
Space Mountain
yeah,
was racist.
I think somebody said it was.
I thought it was just a dark roller coaster.
I don't know. Look it up. I just like weird conspiracy theories
I-
shit. I'm actually just doing that because I know it's gonna trigger somebody, and I don't really buy into this. But so,
Robert, do you
like,
agree, disagree?
Bugs
Like, I
Bunny
feel like it's
fucks up. He
obvious.
hurts people. He hurts people.
Dude, he kicks the shit out of Elmer the Fudd all the time.
I mean, Daffy Duck probably doesn't do too much, but we know he can play basketball at least, so like he can ball. If it comes down to that, he's got some athleticism. Like Mickey doesn't seem that athletic, and
Also,
Donald doesn't even have pants. He can't even put pants on. So like, you
Here's
think
the
that
thing.
guy's gonna?
Yeah, in a tag team fight, Donald doesn't have pants. Neither does Daffy, but Donald
But
does
Daffy
have a
doesn't
shirt.
have a shirt.
You can grab the shirt, bring him in, knee to the fucking stomach. That's just that shirt's not going to help you.
Yeah,
He's the
I think
only one wearing clothing. Actually, no, Mickey wears a shirt too. So both of them are just wearing materials that are easy to grab onto and assault them with.
Yeah, and Mickey can't burrow. He can't dig or go down into a hole like Daffy, or like Bugs can. So I think that I don't
Bugs
think
can
it's even
use his
close.
ears as weapons. Bugs can use his ears as whips.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. Mickey can't do that.
I don't think it's even close. Like this is a first round finish. from,
Also, I think Bugs is going to
and
use
Daffy.
Bugs would use Daffy as a decoy. Like he would find a way
A
to
decoy
set up where
duck.
they both Mickey and Donald would attack Daffy, and as Daffy was getting his ass beat, Bugs would come in and beat both of them, and then Daffy would just be sitting there with his bill sideways, like, "You
Yeah.
could have came in faster."
Gosh.
Yeah. And then also, Bugs could just, shove a carrot in somebody's eye.
Yeah, it's not even close. Like if it was a UFC fight, it's like a first round knockout.
Yeah, Bugs and Daffy all day.
Robert, you agree?
Unanimous.
Nice. I think we were unanimous on a lot of these. I'm happy about that. I like it when
Yeah.
we all agree. I like when we all agree. I like it when everybody agrees that they like listening to us too. And if you do agree that you like listening to us, come check us out this Saturday, February 11th, for our 500th episode live at Kobo's Q 2012 Rusk Street in downtown Houston. I hope to see all you guys out there. Y'all are awesome, and I really appreciate you guys helping us get to 500. Like it's nuts that seems like we've talked about 500 for a while, but like it's nuts that it's like almost there. But yeah, I'm really excited to do that and eat some of the best food in town and hang out with you guys because you guys made all this possible. So shout
Been
out to
dreaming
the
about that
Gravy Gang.
quesadilla and those wings. for
Fuck,
like a
dude.
week.
I can't wait. I keep wanting to go to like find a way to like, hey, should I come like test out the restaurant and just make sure like I can like picture it out just so I can also have an excuse. Like, while I'm here, I might as well eat and like
Right.
order food. Like I've been thinking about doing that like all week, but I may actually go do it on Friday just to double check some shit. But still, Kobo's Q 2012 Rusk Street live 500th episode. Hang out with us. Maybe we're getting tattoos after. Who knows? Anybody that wants to get PTG tattoo? We'll get PTG tattoos after that.
If we're gonna do it, that'll be the
and-
time. Like we got to get a couple beers in ourselves first, and then just carry them a minute.
Yep, let's just do it. We'll just do it.
Dude,
Yeah.
maybe message them and be like, if somebody brought a tattoo gun, could we do it outside?
No.
No, I don't want a random, but if a follower is a tattoo artist and wanted to do it on site, I'd be down for that. I don't think we could do it inside where food is
Probably
served.
not.
But
not.
if
But
somebody
I also
has
don't
that,
want to do a tattoo outside either, really. We'll just go
But why
somewhere
not?
in East downtown. I'm sure there's tattoo places down there.
I'm
Right.
sure.
We'll find one and we'll get it done and we'll all look cool. All right. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. What else do we have? I feel like I had something else. No, I don't. Episode 500. See you on Saturday. Love you guys. Give us 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. That's where I was going. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, 5-star review. Write us some
Like and
silly
subscribe.
comments.
YouTube.
Like and subscribe YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. Share us with a friend. It'd be awesome if you shared it and wrote amazing, wonderful. This is awesome. I love this. Good for you. those generic comments, all that stuff. Have a great rest of your week. See you guys on Saturday. Until then, fuck the Eagles and pass the gravy, bitches.
Shorty had the knuckle bottom jeans and the boots with the fur. Picture this, the whole club was looking. Next thing you know, she hit that glow. The baggy sweatpants and the Reeboks with the straps.